Cybernation Uncensored.
All right. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between. Today is our last session of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We've got everybody here on our crew. We're going to be jumping into a time jump and discussing what our players are doing in between. And then we are going to be getting into our last chunk of explosive action as our heroes, anti-heroes, nomads, whatever you want to call them, go out with a bang. So folks, I'm going to have our players introduce themselves first, and then we will be jumping into our game. So Mark, go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, Mark, Captain Mark 87 on the Discord. For a year now, I've been playing Devilish Jack Holmes, the Rocker Boy. I'm going to bring his story to a close tonight, along with everybody else's. If you want to catch me anywhere after this, I'm over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory every Sunday for D&D. And next Saturday, I begin DMing a game of Delta Green. I will be running the only printed Delta Green campaign, Impossible Landscapes, fun in Carcosa. So come check that out.
Awesome. Thank you. Chuggy, go for it.
Hey, I'm Chuggy. I've been playing the Nomad Executive T-Bar for the last year, and it's been a great game. I've been happy to meet and play with everybody here.
Same. Thank you. Raven, go for it.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I've had the pleasure of playing Calamity for the past year, the solo nomad and tech. You can find me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. I'll be here Fridays for Fallout Asia, and then in the near future for High Riders campaign. Thank you.
Thank you. Vampire. Oh, wait, no. John.
Hey everyone, I'm John. I've had the absolute pleasure of playing Remy Thunderthighs Johnson, your tech, netrunner, and very amateur media this campaign. It's been great. I'm going to miss it so much. Find me over at the Discord as Johnny Drop. You can find me here Fridays for our Fallout Asia campaign. And you can find me on SoundCloud at Arkson.
All right, thank you. Vampire.
I am and always will be your Vampire Bites. I've been playing Nomad Mojo now for a while, Mags before that. I'm not going to be completely dropping off the grid, but definitely limiting my appearances. I'll be on 2D20 Fallout Pack and W next week, we think. But other than that, that's about it.
Alrighty, thank you. And Violet Neon.
Hey, I am Violent Neon. You can find me here today. And then every Friday you can find me in the Wasteland as Murphy. And when not in either of those locations, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon. And I'm sad. This was my breakthrough live stream RPG group, and I couldn't have asked for a better one.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, I am GM Capricious Nature. This is my first ever live stream appearance and GMing ever. And we've been going for a freaking year now. This has been one of the most successful campaigns that I've been involved in. So I want to give a big thank you and a big shout out to all of our wonderful players here. A lot of you have been fantastic, even if you are now way so ridiculously OP because of our IP system. It's okay, because you guys have delivered me so many ridiculous fucking laughs and so much fun over the last year, even as things go shitty, with outside real world stuff. That's what we're here to do. We're here to escape and enjoy some crazy nuclear nomad fun. And so it has been a blast with all of you, so thank you. I'm pulling up our Sirenscape right now for our game. Sirenscape is one of the amazing sponsors for the channel, and I have been absolutely blessed over the course of the last year to get access to literally all of their stuff, and it freaking rocks, even if I get very confused because my brain operates at the capacity of a 5-year-old on most days. So Sirenscape is now up and running. I need to change that music though. We are not in a creepy, scary place right now. For those of you who are playing right now, please refresh your Sirenscapes. I'm gonna reset it right now. And for those of you in our audience, you can catch all of us over on a couple of other places. Some of us are running our own channels. All the links have been dropped on there. Some of us are running on other channels. Some of us are content creators. You can find a lot of our content over on cybernationuncensored.com. You can find it posted up on the Discords. You can find it over on Facebook and Reddit. We are pretty much everywhere. These faces are not independently here, and hopefully will continue to spread out further and further as a lot of you continue on with your streaming work. The music that we had for our intro this morning was from Tim N over at Base Ape Records. The main supplement we're going to be working with today is going to be our Vehicles of Red. I already have my completed beta updated, and I did an error checking, so it's been fixed. It's been updated. It's on our website, so please feel free to jump on over there and download that for all of your vehicle needs. You can find my perchance generators over on my Reddit post, and you can catch myself and Vampire Bites, as Vampire already mentioned, next week over on Pacific Northwest. Some issues came about this morning, and we won't be able to play with them today, so we'll be back next week for our bi-weekly schedule. And you can catch me on Fridays doing our Fallout Asia. Slightly different tone. Right now we're setting up the nuclear apocalypse, and over in our Fallout Asia we're dealing with the nuclear apocalypse, so a little bit different. Now, hopefully, all of you are caught up with where we're at, kind of, with our our crazy ass campaign. But if you are not, then would any of our players like to give a quick rundown of where we are at right now?
Getting fucked up and about to do fucked up shit.
Getting fucked up and about to do fucked up shit. Yep, I guess that's a solid place. Sorry, I was trying to get our Sirenscape set up. But yeah, we're where we're at right now. We are in a fucked up place. The players keep getting attacked by who they have been lovingly called the Mormons, the state marshals from Texas, after being discovered for the terrorist bombing in San Antonio. Jack very effectively put out one of the best rolls I think I've ever seen from a charisma checkpoint of a 16, and convinced roughly about 5 billion people of the plight of this snake nation, and that Medicor is an evil multinational conglomerate that's monopolizing things and taking over cities. Definitely not an allegory for real-world issues. Just a heads up. Yeah, there's no allegory here. My English degree is useless. There's no allegory. Now we're going to be doing a time skip, jumping from when they send out that message and they fend off that last wave of Mormon marshals. And my players here, what I need all of you to do is please click on your token and roll your initiative, and we're going to go through what did you accomplish over the last couple of days. I'm also going to roll a dice right now to determine how many days it has been for our time skip, unless you all agreed on something, because I never got any info on that.
Thought we only needed about a week.
A week? I don't know, I never got info. Vampire, you
I'm
look like you're...
stating a week, and if anyone disagrees.
No, I was looking at Jack's initiative roll. I was like, holy shit, that's a level, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
My goodness.
Yeah, you beat out the solo by almost double.
Quee.
All right, T-bar.
You caught me sleeping.
Yeah. Hey, Calamity needs some naps in between the Calamity that she reads, or they reach.
I was powered down.
Ah.
Probably polishing
Yeah.
polishing armor or something.
Polishing your gun.
There we go.
All right, so Jack, it's been a week. What are you doing over the course of this week?
Aside from buying a shitload of bullets, Jack only really does one thing. Picks up his agent and makes a call to a corpo by the name of Maximilian Hendricks. The prick that had him stuck, tied up in his shitty contract that he'd been shanghaied into. He picks up the phone and Max says, like, you know, where the fuck have you been? Jack simply says, Max, I'll quit. And then cuts the call off. And that's it. He's ready to go. He's waiting for his allies to be prepared, and then is ready to head towards that oil rig as soon as possible.
T-Bar, what are you doing with your week?
Probably drugs. I don't know. I don't have any special plans.
Okay. So getting smashed on Smash.
Yeah, normal week for me.
Alright. When it comes to your vehicle, are there any upgrades or any additions that you're going to be making to your vehicle during this time?
Well, I did upgrade to Moto 8. I think I mentioned it, and because I've noticed how much Metacorp loves using EMP, I decided to add the EMP shielding upgrade thing.
Okay.
And I did add a harpoon gun so that I can hopefully harpoon a vehicle and then use it to smash other vehicles.
That was the intended effect for it, as I shared with my players prior to us starting up. I added in the mulligan many months ago in hopes that somebody would literally just start using another vehicle as a wrecking ball, because that would just be perfect, especially since ramming damage is 66. If you increase your speed interval, it goes from 66 to 8d6. If you speed up your interval again, it goes to 12d6. It is a exponential curve, so the faster and faster you go, the more and more destruction that can wreak. So, yeah, I'm glad that we're finally getting that. It'll be fun.
And I would just refill, make sure I have all my rockets and regular ammo and stuff ready to go.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Calamity, what are you doing?
Picking up ammo, or ordering extra ammo through Domino. Picking up metal gear and a bulletproof shield for the oncoming battle, and tooling around with my bike.
Alright, did you just say Metal Gear as in Metal Gear armor?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second. I need to pull up my CRB again. What does that put your defense up to?
Ridiculous.
Is it like 14 or
16?
something? 16?
18. Then SP?
Yes.
It's an SP of 18.
Folks, this is why
Negative-
this is why
Negative 4,
yeah, reflex
negative
dex
4
and-
modifier.
Yeah. So, folks, this is why getting to end game with Cyberpunk gets pretty insane, because now Calamity can directly take like a dome shot from a sniper rifle without getting too injured. Yeah, or
Grin
like
and Sam, you're gonna pay for that.
hit by a car and fine, probably damage the car. that's how the system works when you get higher levels. So it's pretty insane. Just a heads up to my fellow DMs and GMs out there if you have not gotten to this point, because we're at cumulative level right now. I think you guys are all at like what level, like 10 or 12? Or sorry, rank 10 or 12 cumulative. So I know Jack is at cumulative. You're at cumulative rank 11. Remy is at
Indeed.
like 13 or 14.
Yeah, 14.
Jesus Christ. This is why, folks.
But 2 of those are media, so it's not a huge deal.
This is why, folks. This is where we get to. So yes, IP. Be careful with your IP. That's all I gotta say. We've been boat loading IP.
And I'm telling you, IP's not why we're OP. It's
Definitely
the
not.
B's and BOR.
Okay, I'll take that. I will take the compliment. Thank you. So, we have the Vehicles of Red to thank for that, and the IP system. But I do love the IP system. We've been using the modified IP based on the what was it, the 4 rules, the 4 core rules of Cyberpunk, breaking the rules, and we also have goodness, what was it? Breaking the rules, style over substance, attitude is everything, living on the edge, and then on top of that, I give folks, if they're dressing up, a little bit of extra IP for funsies. And so yeah, we've got a lot of power in our group. And T-Bar additionally gained 10 extra IP last week for fapping with the blinds cracked, because that's the kind of campaign that we run here. Alright, so we've got Calamity. What are you going through with again? One more time.
I just tooled up extra, or jumped up my armor.
Yes.
I ordered some ammunition from my, what was that weapon that I took out?
Yeah. Did you go to the Rhine Metal?
No, it's a death ray Gatling laser.
Gatling laser? What? I thought it was just a Gatling gun. What are you talking about? What?
It's just called It's
what did I agree to? What's happening?
It's an exotic machine gun that auto fires deadly laser beams. It's a 5d6. Let's see. The battery pack needs to be replaced after 8 shots, and it can carry up to 40 shot. A maximum capacity of 40 rounds. So I can only do this the auto fire 8 times before I need to reload.
I don't seem to remember this. All
I
right.
can If you prefer, I can leave that off, and I can just use my sniper rifle.
No,
and
it's
my
okay.
ammo.
We're already at a point where you guys are so ridiculously OP that there's nothing that I can do other than also be OP. Um, so yeah, all right. Any changes for your vehicle?
No, that's gonna remain that way until after epilogue.
Okay.
So it'll be something that'll be souped up after the fact.
Okay. Domino.
Yeah, so during that week, one of the things that we as a group would be doing is going and getting the neutron bomb. And from what I understood, that went well, and we were able to get it without any issue. And the other thing that I was going to be doing is working with Shibar and the rest of the nomads to make sure all of our other AVs besides the one that T-Bar drives are serviceable and operational so that we can have the Maelstrom security assault metacorps with us, and as make sure we have enough vehicles to transport the entirety of them. And Tally was able to talk me into, instead of using all of the Stardust on myself, just using the one for me, and the one for each of the people in this group. And then we thought it would be a great idea to distribute a dose to each of the Maelstrom that is going to be assaulting with us, because what's greater than half human, half cyborgs dosed out on PCP without being able to feel any pain or anything?
And
Crackhead army.
yeah. For this situation, you've got this Maelstrom. What I need you to do for me, real quick, is you're gonna give us our first roll of our finale. Go ahead and roll me a. Oh my god, my computer. Go ahead and roll me a. Would that be conversation check with Shibar to convince her to do this with the security forces, because she still has to manage them.
Okay, I will
That's going to be an
if there's a
opposed check.
+2 in chat.
We do a +2,
+2
yes.
from chat, and I will use 2 of my luck.
All right, +2 comes from Shinobi. Thank you, Shinobi. Be rolling as well.
There's
Oh!
spend 2.
Dayo. Oh my god. All right, let's see if you got it. Okay. 19, 29. Fuck, I thought I beat you. I got a 28. So, beating the NPC. Shibar is just like, Stardust for Maelstrom. God damn. This is gonna be such a handful to deal with on top of these fucking Mormons, but alright. Whatever.
Shibar will give you a bonus.
Doubtful. It's okay. And she grabs the handful and shoulder full of drugs, like, boys, let's go. This one's for you. This one's for you. And she starts tossing them over her shoulder as they distribute the Stardust to the Maelstrom security. All right. Do you have any changes that you're making to your vehicle?
I hadn't gotten that far. I figured I would. You know what? Yes. Instead of changing, I would have swapped my vehicle for one of the AVs and loaded it up with more or less the same stuff, so that it would have had an EMP cage, and again, because I'm not going to be able to drive the school bus there.
This is true.
So, AV with EMP shield, and I want the safety harnesses. And I'm putting the ram bar on it. I'm putting the ram bar on it and a rocket launcher.
Yes.
An AV with a ram bar?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the safety harnesses, and I'll reinforce its armor if I'm able to. I think I should have the
What AV are you going for?
I don't know. One that I'm able to is a rank 7 moto.
You're rank 7, so you could get the AV6,
Sure.
which I think is the same one that T-Bar has. T-Bar, you use an AV6? T-Bar?
No, it says I have the AV4. Moto 7 to 8.
Oh, you went.
T-Bar is
Oh,
not-
yeah, you went for the non-combat. Yeah, so you could choose if you want to do AV4 multi-purpose Aerodyne, AV7 personal Aerodyne, or the AV8, which is the military one.
That one. And I'm putting a rambar on it.
I thought this whole time I was supposed to not be picking out of the military part.
He's just choosing to do so. You totally can. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you already have guns on it, so the thing's already a target. So it's up to you. It's
the
all
best
up to the
thing about
players.
spec vehicles is they come with a base package that you get to add your ranks on top of.
Yes.
Yep.
Always choose a mil spec and be a target.
Yep.
You know.
So, mil spec, so AV8, whatever it is, and then
Not AV8.
so
AV6. AV8 is Moto 9.
AV6. Okay, AV6. So the military specs, so all those things, but plus the safety harnesses, the extra armor, the EMP cage, and the rambar.
Okay, just make sure you got it filled in. Do you want me to send you another copy of the player sheet so you can drop the info in?
Yeah, that would probably be good.
Alright, I will send that to you right now.
Which book is AV6 even in? Is it in the Vehicles of Red? I can't find it.
VOR, yeah. Vehicles of Red, page number 33.
I just put the stat block in our Discord.
Thank you.
And I'm going to drop the vehicle form fillable, right into there as well. Boop. Okay, there you go. Form fillable conversion guide. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a nerd with too much time on computers, so I made a form fillable PDF. You can download all of it at cybernationuncensored.com. No idea, just answered players domino effect. Oh god, yeah. We'll see if anybody decides to go with the domino effect. We'll see if that happens.
No,
You have an effect named after you now, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Grump.
Grump? Grump? I think the domino effect is pretty fucking cool. Don't hate. Alright, so you're going to an AV6. T-Bar, are you sticking with the AV4? Are you going to an AV6? What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. I'm trying to find the stats where I'm just not finding it. My version of the book must be different because page 33 for me is just
Alright, I will
doesn't have any stats for any weapons.
re-upload the new updated conversion guide. It's right there. There you go. So you can find it in our Discord chat. Alright, so yeah, so for the AV4, it's the multi-purpose. It's an uncommon sight to Night City unless it's in the hands of a core, a neocore, a corporation, or the military, or some extremely well-to-do nomad groups. The AV7 is a personal Aerodyne. It's just like a car. It only seats 2. And then there's the AV9, which is the super Aerodyne, and that one is the pretty much like the race car of AVs. And then on page number 33 with the military ones, you have the AV6 Combat Aerodyne and the AV8 Assault Aerodyne. AV8 Assault Aerodyne is Moto 910.
Quick question: do the upgrades that are already on it count against the upgrades that I could add?
No.
Then of course, I think I would switch to this AV6.
Okay.
Oh yeah. VOR makes those mil specs so worth taking.
I mean, that's what I designed them in for, and that's why I also put a huge warning on font size. What was it, like 40. The GM has final say on price, availability, damage, etc. Good luck, enjoy. And then there's 3 warnings in there. Military vehicles and weapons are extremely deadly and will likely destroy previously established game balance.
Well, since we don't have an established game balance, how can you destroy it?
Well, that was the whole point of our Nomad stream, was to establish, is there game balance? And the answer is, there is game balance. As Stinkpalm just said, drop nukes on the players. That's how you can rebalance it.
As a side note,
nice.
with the AV6, I can't actually fit the whole party. It's got 10 passengers.
Yes.
Yep.
Thought we were friends, Stink Palm. Thought we were friends.
This is what happens when you get a GM that enjoys dropping nukes. So all right. So we've got both T-Bar and Domino spending that week pretty much converting over, getting these new AVs set up, ordered in, all that jazz. As Domino also established, a lot of you went over to go after the neutron bomb at that point in time. And that actually brings us over to our next player, Remy. Remy, what I need you to do right now is roll me a tech roll of either cyber security, or you can roll me the demolitions for tech. Whichever one you have is higher. Hot damn, okay. Yep, I was looking for a 25, so you got it. So yeah, you're able to, using your... What was this one? It just says maker.
It was electronic security.
Okay. So using your electronic security, you're able to get this thing set up, and you're able to get this neutron bomb successfully dehoused while you guys are at this decommissioned military base. And you're able to get it loaded into one of the vehicles and brought back to T-Mart Incorporated. What else are you doing with your week? You've got your successful roll for that.
Yeah, Remy is going on one hell of a shopping spree. So, first order of business, he's replacing all that was lost when he shattered his cyber deck.
Willingly, I will add, willingly, you chose to do that?
Yes, I did. It was the right choice, it turned out. And then he's buying a handful of incendiary grenades, 8 to be exact. And something that I've had planned since the beginning of this campaign, and I finally have the money to do it, I'm setting up a portable net architecture. With a mini air drone and a ground drone attached to it that he has called Prawns and Little Shrimp. Prawns, of course, stands for Portable Robotic Aerial Watchdog Net System, and I forget what Little Shrimp stands for because I didn't write it down.
Right. Okay, that is definitely one hell of a shopping spree.
Yep, just over 23,000 eddies.
So if you all remember on our stream, they complained that I never gave them any money, and the moment I give them money, they go on ridiculous fucking shopping sprees that super break game balance. So
I still haven't bought anything.
I know, you've been hoarding the cash.
And Domino, when he thinks about purchasing this Aerodyne, he remembers something very important and changes his mind, and he asks T-Bar if he can just rig the butt on the chain and carry the bus over to the thing, and he'll ride as a passenger in T-Bar's AV, because Domino, he's great at driving but not flying.
So you're gonna let me dangle your school bus around from my AV?
As long as you don't swing it into things, yeah, don't use it as a battering ram.
That could be our plan of attack. Just fly over the thing, drop the school bus on the oil rig with a bunch of us inside, like.
I will immediately put put my hand behind my back while I'm crossing my fingers and be like, "All right, I promise, I won't swing it into anything."
So we're now playing Just Cause, folks. This is Just Cause 5, Nomad Revenge.
You know
Right.
what? You know what? Um. Yeah, I don't know how big that. I know that the thing's going to be, the rig is going to be huge, but I don't know if there's going to be enough space for the bus to fit or drive around on. And fuck it, let's load it up with C4 and yeah, let's carry. You have my permission to swing my bus into the oil rig as we attack.
Sounds great.
Hold on, why don't we just put the bomb on it?
That works.
Just wondering, when the Mormons attacked, what happened to your supercar? Did they do any damage to it?
I haven't finished fixing the supercar. That has not been my focus. It is still in that warehouse. Where the fuck the warehouse go? God damn it, T-Bar. I'll worry about that after, but son of a bitch.
I relocated the supercar and I'm fixing it up. No.
There's two pieces of info I'd like to share. First and foremost, your worries and your concerns about needing to be dangled, I'm here to alleviate those concerns. If you look at the ground IFV section on page number 26, the BTR APC and the Wolverine, Moto 5 and 6 and Moto 7 and 8 respectively, are both amphibious capable.
Right, but I highly doubt. Typically, platforms like this are elevated, so I would be able to drive up to it, like swim up to it. I guess I don't fucking know. But then, like, we'd have to get out and climb.
Yes,
So
I'm just letting you know it is amphibious capable. Just a heads up.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, I'll risk driving a water vehicle, as we can use that as our escape if necessary, because we'll want to be able to get off if we can't get into any of the AVs. So
A water vehicle, having a boat or something might not actually be a horrible idea. I mean,
yeah. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll drive the magic school bus tugboat.
It's a magic school bus.
Just a general question: are they amphibious in the drive on land, boat on water, or are they the amphibious drive on land, drive underwater?
Drive on water. So most of the systems that were used in 2020, which is what I converted it over from, they're like pretty much like landing boat systems that you would find in like modern day stuff. What are those called? I don't know the terminology for this stuff. I have a degree in history, but it's not military history. What's that called?
Above water would be amphibious.
Yes. there we go.
Underwater
If you go
would be
to
submersible.
There
If
we
you
go.
go to Liverpool, they do tours on this thing called the Duck Marine, which is a big tour bus that looks like a duck, and it goes on the road, and then it goes in the river, and then it goes back on the road again.
Yeah.
It's an
So
amphibious.
you're basically got an armored version of that with guns.
Yeah. And I've
The
been
other
on
one
of these
underwater is
guys.
submersible.
Yeah, that was the word I was thinking of, submersible. So yes, it is amphibious. It can drive on the water, but it cannot go underwater. That would be submersible. Yes, thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Appreciate it, Raven. And I've been on one of these bastards before. Holy fuck, is it slow on the water? But my god, being in that thing, going on the road and then going onto the dirt and then driving into Lake Michigan was like one of the most badass feelings that I ever felt when I was doing my JROTC stuff, because that was like, I feel like I'm about to go invade fucking Normandy or some shit.
So the changes I would have made is I would have taken off the roll cage and the security upgrade, and I would have added the EMP cage
Okay.
and ram bar, just in case.
And then just a heads up for everybody in our audience, last thing I'm going to mention on here is the fact that luckily none of them have decided to singularly build into the Moto rank, because if they had done that, there are three machines in this game that are so insanely overpowered. Sorry, 4 machines in this game that are so insanely overpowered that they could simply dominate my entire game. So luckily nobody here is a Moto 10. So yeah, there is still a little bit of competition.
Battle tank.
There is the AH-99 Puff the Magic Dragon gunship.
Yeah.
There is the Panzer A-20 ACAV, which is literally a floating monstrosity of a, like, just a fucking tank. There's the Dragon, which is a absolutely massive transport helicopter that can be loaded with a assload of weapons. It's literally just a flying weapons platform. And then the last one is the military attack submarine, because that one has built into it rocket bays as well as torpedoes. So luckily nobody here has Moto 10. Now, we've got a lot of conversion over to new vehicles. Remy, you said that you were taking care of replacing all of your crazy stuff from your cyber deck. Is there anything else?
Nope. I would just like to add, there is the first level of my net architecture is a file that says, "Eat my bullets, haha, you dead."
Cute. Cute. Cheeky.
Yep, that's it.
All right. So it turns out that Remy is the cheekiest of our cheeky monkeys here. Even though he keeps to himself, I guess.
Whippersnapper.
Oh, whippersnapper. Sorry, I'm very itchy right underneath my my cyber lines. It's just like, ugh. I'm trying to do my best not to wipe them. All right. So there we go for Remy. Mojo, what are you doing during this time? You got a week.
Yeah, Mojo was assisting with the recovery of the neutron, and just more training for our nation. See if I can get them up to level 3 or 4.
That does not sound nationalistic at all, or populist at all. There is. Yep. Let me delete this real quick. There we go. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me. God, what was it last time? My brain. I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember. Tactic.
I think I had you rolling for like weapons. One second.
The weapon, the ranged weapon skill.
Oh,
Any particular
wow. I should have just done this in the first place. What are you trying to do right now? You're trying to train, right? That's my specialty. That's my role ability. Go ahead and roll me education. This is what I do on a daily basis, and half of my roles are completely ignored by my GM.
Oh, what's that? No, ignore that. It's not an aim
no,
shot.
Ignore it. Ignore it.
Ignore the
No,
aim shot. Ignore negative 8.
Okay. Whatever.
It's only an 8.
Whatever.
I mean, it's a 12.
Go ahead and roll. It's okay.
No, I just take off the modifier. It's 12.
All right. Well, the reason I was offering you to re-roll, but you've declined, is because your training does not really do very much new for them. They're still at their level 2, and he decides to roll again. What?
No, I rolled tactics that time.
Okay.
Like, okay, if I can't teach them with training, I can just explain tactics to them until I'm blue in the face.
All right, roll me luck check then. Because that was going to be the next part. I needed to get over a 17, and then I was going to ask you to roll luck. What's your luck score?
Pathetic. I mean, 4.
Yeah, nothing really sinks in with them. They're too high on Stardust right now to even really kind of pay attention to you.
We start the raid.
Not the Stardust doesn't happen until the raid starts because
Nobody ever told them that.
I did.
Do you think they
I
were
was like,
listening
this
to
is
you?
for the raid. Son of a bitch. Well, I with my conversation, I thought maybe.
That's where you messed up. You didn't have Jack explain it to them.
True.
Yeah, there are two people here that the Maelstrom pay attention to the most. It's number 1, She-Bar, and de facto T-Bar, and then number 2, Jack. You literally had them throwing out free packages of Stardust drugs to a bunch of borderline cyber psycho Maelstrom that have been fighting off marshals for a week.
To Shield, I did say I wanted to get Shibar on board to get it to them for the assault on Metacore.
Yeah, they weren't paying attention. It's okay.
Well, we should with how many were there, we should still have enough to give them that for the assault, so.
Okay. The last thing that I'm going to have all of you do, everybody please roll me a, goodness gracious. One second. What would work best for this? Actually, that's not gonna work. Everybody go ahead and roll me, persuasion. Everybody, roll persuasion.
The hell?
That's actually a 13 on mine.
Oh,
Persuasion?
persuasion, yep.
Cool skill under social. Took me a minute to find it too, because it wasn't where I was expecting it.
Alright, so Snake Nation is now up to a grand total of 410 members. Average Edgerunner level is still a level 2, and its main location is on Sunny Bun Islands, they, them, for the headquarters. Sorry, we did this to piss off the anti-SJW assholes on the internet. If you're watching this stream, go fuck yourself. Yeah, so we've got our Sunny Bun Island. We've got 410 nomads now, so you guys have steadily grown the group.
We still have our player overlays on, by the way.
Still far. Oh my god! See, this is what happens when your meth kicks in before your brain kicks in. Yay for Ritalin. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, it's been steady growth. You guys were able to obtain the neutron bomb from the decommissioned military base. Let me go in there and completed. We've got upgrades of vehicles, so people started upgrading their vehicles. Mojo, outside of the training, have you done anything with your vehicle?
No, I have one outstanding upgrade, but I just don't use the vehicle enough to bother figuring out what I'm going to do with it. So I'm just going to be riding with somebody.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to be able to get the Metacore on my vehicle anyway.
That actually is a really good question. Do we have... Hold on. Do we have an amphibious modification? Oh my god, we do not. Okay, that's my next goal. For the next Vehicles of Red, we're going to get just an amphibious modification, one for vehicles and then one for like motorcycles, and then you can do the hydroplaning. Because that would be the sickest shit.
If you're going to add amphibious as a modifier upgrade, can we also do submersible as a modifier upgrade?
That sounds like a plan. Let me add that into my own personal Discord chat.
James Bond, your vehicle.
Try that again?
James Bond, your vehicle.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So addition.
That was already available. Mojo might use submersible on his motorcycle, and just be a one-man torpedo.
Okay. Yeah, because we already have released the dummies, and then we have the Shinobi payload as well. Shout out to Shinobi as well for giving me a +2, so thank you. So yeah, the lot of you have set everything up. You all have gotten your P's and Q's together. We've got T-Bar upgrading his AV. We've got Domino. You said you're going to be doing the AV. You're sticking with the APC.
Sticking with the APC, and
Okay.
I switched out to the upgrades.
Okay. Are you going to be upgrading to the Wolverine instead of the BTR?
I've always had the Wolverine.
Oh, I thought you had the BTR.
Wait, which one's the APC?
BTR.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I had the BTR. Is it not amphibious?
No, they're both amphibious. I was just curious because the Wolverine is the upgraded version of the BTR. It's the Moto 7 to 8.
Then yeah, I'd have that.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah, I have the on my character sheet. I have the Wolverine.
Oh,
So
weird. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the BTR APC is designed for purpose transport type APC. The Wolverine is anti-infantry type APC IFV. And it's the 7 to 8, so whichever one.
Yeah, when I went to 7, I switched to the Wolverine.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right.
Yeah.
In that regard, then yeah, the you do have the access to the double pintles, which you already have, and then the turret for the ATRL, so you have that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that panel, I did put a rocket launcher on. That's what I bought last game.
Regular rockets or anti-tank?
Regular rockets.
Oh,
One of the Nomad, one of the backup people shot one of my rockets.
gotcha. Oh yeah, the rocket launcher, right? Yeah. I forget 20 more channel points. I'm dropping in an NPC. Oh God, Stink Paul. Don't. It's already so complicated. So a lot of you have taken care of all of this. It's been a week, and what's been going over the course of this week is the marshals themselves don't really seem to be bothering all of you. Has anybody decided to do a library search or try to search around on the data net, figure out what's going on outside of the compound, or are you guys just sticking to yourselves?
Might
I
as
could
well
do that
it.
during the week.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything special.
Yeah, for just for completionary status, and let's learn about our story. We can make those rules.
Okay. All right, so I'll give you folks a couple of different roles that you can do, and then those of you here can pick who will do what. One person can do a role for bureaucracy, one role for criminology, one role for library search, and one role for what would that be? What's that last one? Oh, there we go. Just concentration.
Domino would like to make the
My
concentration.
bureaucracy is 9. I can take bureaucracy. That's my highest of those.
Okay.
I can probably grab the. Well, never mind. My library search is.
And criminology is 8, so
Well, my concentration's 4, but my will is 8.
I could do the library search. I have a 7 int, so it's a 7 at least.
All right. So T-Bar.
throw a luck point in.
T-Bar, for your library search, you're able to find online that what's going on right now in Texas is that there's a dose of chaos as you're seeing people on their garden pages uploading selfie videos of tagging and spray painting different areas around different cities. You see some people going up and becoming very, very hostile to local police officers. You find a lot of these posts online, so people are being nuisances. Quite a few of them. It seems to be trending, and you see a lot of people flashing up on their graffiti signs. You have people writing up JDH. Like tagging JDH on a lot of different places.
Do I know what
Or
JDH is?
DJH.
It was Jack. Oh!
Be me. Yeah.
Also,
He's become Johnny of Texas.
Pretty much, yeah.
Localized.
Domino, during your concentration, this happened while you were all heading south towards the border. A lot of you pass, and you see quite a few burned out vehicles in this area right here as you were all passing over one of the shipping areas from Medicor towards north towards San Antonio. You found several burned out vehicles as a lot of you were driving through there, and they seem to have been storage trucks that were most likely attacked. Mojo, for bureaucracy, you're able to see on the data net that a lot of the different companies and stocks that are flashing up on like the streams online, they're fluctuating like fucking crazy. It seems as if there is a miniature recession going on at this point, where there's ups and downs literally every moment. Anybody going to do criminology?
I kind of thought that was Mojo's thing.
I did too.
It's one of those in my bureaucracy, but I was waiting to see if anybody else wanted it. Or should I
Jack
make
has
might-
the
might
most
as well.
experience thereof, and so he should do it.
Who?
I said I think Jack has the most experience thereof with like criminal activity, so he would be the one to make that roll. Even if he doesn't have any points in it, I think like he'd pull off getting a high roll just for fun.
If I can suggest, instead of criminology, if I'm looking into a similar sort of thing,
Streetwise.
rolling streetwise instead.
You can go for streetwise.
Yeah.
God damn. So yeah, while T-Bar is looking at people's garden pages, you're also like checking out your own garden page. Did you have one that you made or no? Are you tech savvy enough to make your own garden page?
Yeah. I imagine actually the fucking shitty contract he was in that the corp would have made him get one. If he
Yes.
didn't have one before.
Okay, because that's what I was
yeah.
about to go into. So you check yourself out online, and you see that that the corporation has started to smear you as best as they could until your garden page was taken down, and then thousands of other Devilish Jack Holmes garden pages popped up. Literally thousands of them that are now streaming with many of these different kinds of videos, people drawing little horns and stuff on things, including the face of Metacore. A lot of the billboards and stuff that they've had, people are just drawing little horns on top of the head as signs of protest. So people
So looking
have
at his agent, he goes,
stolen your name.
"Ah, he can't cancel me. Wonderful." Puts his agent away.
In my library search, did I find Jack Holmes' original MySpace page that's so old?
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe my old GeoCities page is active. Actually, wasn't Garden based off of GeoCities?
Probably.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
And then
Seems
also,
likely.
during the week, Remy uploads that video he took at the clone factory.
Yeah, and Mojo gives
Nice.
them the pictures that he took to put with it.
Alright, for that, what I need you to do, because you are a media, I'm going to have you give me a media roll. So, give me 1 second.
Credibility.
I've got to find that freaking page, because holy shit. One, two, three, four. Oh my god. Keep going, keep going. There we go. Page 151. Okay, cool. So credibility for media. What I need you to do right now is you're going to be rolling for me. What is your rank?
2.
All right, so you're a rank 2. You can influence the immediate neighborhood. Believability 2 out of 10 chance that the audience buys it. Impact, change created by a story or scoop is small, incremental, small-time bad guys are scared and may change their ways a little. So you can try and upload this stuff. Your evidence, which will increase your credibility, is the video that you took. Then you also have the pictures that you took. So that puts you up to a 3 out of 10. Do you have any other form of evidence or no?
I do not, no.
Okay. So what I need you to do right now is roll me a 1d10, and if you are a 3, a 2, or a 1, you have a successful story. All right. So you try posting this stuff out, and people are like, "Oh, that's the worst photoshopping I've seen. What's going on?" Somebody comments like, "Oh, look at the pixels over there. It's definitely a shoot." And people start making fun of this this new media that seems to be posting subpar content online.
Is there anything I could do with that footage? What I was thinking was, I'll give Maximilian another call, because he's rival corporation, right? They're all always at each other's throats.
What do you mean?
And essentially say to him, look, I've got a ton of stuff here. You can bury biotechnical with this. You can have it if you promise A, to put it out there, and B, let me out of this bullshit contract.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion
Because
contested roll.
Because I'd imagine my thinking here is he probably knows a high-ranked media to give it to who would be able to sell the story. If he works for, we said it was, what's it, 54th? What? I've got it in my notes.
Yeah, it was in the
Maximilian
main
works for.
channel.
Yeah.
But you've got a contested roll, so go ahead. You do not convince him. He's like, I don't want your shit. You're fucking me over. You screwed me out of millions. Eat shit. And he hangs up on you.
If I survive this, I'm gonna fucking kill that lad.
Well, this was the boss, right?
This was Maximilian at the record company who I've been running from since session 1.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, he
Yeah.
said, yeah, you cost him millions, and he says, fuck you.
Yeah.
And yeah, he
No, I know.
aggressively hangs up on you.
trying
I'll do
to
it,
see if
I'll
I
do
could
it.
appeal to his business side, but obviously he took it too personally, so never mind.
I'll squash his melon.
You say with your fucking full Metal Gear outfit, your integrated, like,
Yeah.
external frame, just like, have you ever heard of Ripley before? That's me.
What happened? The door just opened and he got crushed.
Oops, a little too aggressive. But yeah, so the lot of you have started trying to close up these ties. Just because you've already done it, I'm not going to give this to you, but I'm going to let you know is that what I thought you were going to do is I thought you were going to take the footage from Remy's page and then use your charismatic impact on it, but that is not the route you went. So, random people keep popping in. It's throwing me off, and I'm like, oh, hi. All right, so yeah, we've got 410 nomads. Average edgerunner level is at the second level up for the edgerunners. We've got all of you running through your stuff, taking care of your own personal things, grabbing the neutron bomb during this time. You've noticed that chaos has started taking at least here in Texas. You're not sure if it goes much further out than that because the data net is not fully online, so you're not fully aware of how it's impacting other cities and other states, or possibly even other countries. Mojo, you found out that the stock market is literally going into a haywire state, and Remy is now getting cyberbullied.
Another NPC drops in.
But yeah, the real question is,
Are you shitting me?
this random guy that who's this random guy that just showed up? Who got a call? And we're apparently going to do well with whatever we're about to do.
Very, very well.
And these people that just don't want to accept the truth. It's right in front of their eyeballs.
So, we've got several points, things that I have to go through right now. First that pops in is Stink Palm. An NPC enters the scene. In this regard, what happens is that I will combine this with the positive plot twist that Captain Mark has so graciously dropped for himself. What happens is that Shebar she walks up to T-Bar, and Shebar leans over as T-Bar is looking at his phone and going through people's garden page. She's like, my cousin's finally arrived. Where can he park?
Cousin.
Yeah, I told you, like, 2 weeks ago that I was trying to get in contact with my cousin. Do you not register what... Where can he park?
No, you can park wherever you want him to park. Don't we have a garage?
His plane isn't gonna fit into a garage.
What? Yeah, it's a plane.
Boss, do you ever, like... I don't know how to say this. So when words come out of my mouth, do they go in here, or do they just...
What?
You know what I'm saying.
No, Shibar, I think you just proved your point.
I'm
How
just...
big is this plane? Will it fit?
Do you know what? Never mind. I'll go take care of it, because that seems to be what I do, is I take care of everything. And she walks away.
What was she talking about?
So shortly thereafter, a lot of you can hear what sounds to be the set of hold on one second. Do 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 do. Where is it at? You hear what sounds to be something that you haven't really encountered in quite some time. It sounds like some kind of prop plane start buzzing around the area. Something that has a couple of pretty large engines on it. And if you guys want to give me a perception check to figure out what the hell is going on and why is there a plane circling around the base. Holy shit, Calamity. God damn it. Domino, you're a little bit too distracted. Domino, you're focusing on your upgrades and working on your vehicle. Everybody else here, holy shit. So a lot of you notice that what seems to be happening is there is a very, very large prop airplane that is circling overhead. And you see Shebar walk outside with what looks like a comm system. She's yelling something to the comm system, and eventually this plane starts to come in for landing in this dry lake bed. There is no airstrip for them to land on, and so they do their best, and it should be successful. I just got a crit fail. That's fun. Okay. All right. It's still good. So they're able to land it. It was a crit fail -1, and it's okay because their base is enough to land. They're able to land this massive airplane into the dry lake bed. And did anybody who got over an 18?
I think just Calamity.
Yeah.
Right?
Mojo, Jack,
No, I did.
Calamity. Excuse me. T-Bar, did you 18?
I got an 18, so I didn't get over an 18.
T-Bar, this vehicle actually looks kind of familiar to you, but Calamity, Mojo, and Jack, the three of you immediately recognize it. This is a relic from the Fourth Corporate War that probably hasn't seen much use in like the last 20-ish years. But what you're looking at right now is what they called Puff. And you can see a purple dragon that has been spray painted along the side of this massive airship. Calamity, you even know what it is. It's the AH-99, and this airplane has landed directly into the dried out lake bed next to the facility.
Is this the pilot equivalent of airbrushing a wizard on the side of a panel van?
Who are you saying this to? I hope it's not Shebar.
Just anyone in general who's listening. Okay. I imagine we're all just standing around watching this thing come in, so Jack kind of mutters that to himself, I guess. But I turn to Shebar. Explanation, love. That's all.
It's my cousin. I tried calling him in a couple of weeks ago. Apparently nobody paid attention to our staff meeting. I guess y'all didn't get the memo?
Please tell me his name's Sid.
What?
Is his name Sid?
Sid?
Yeah.
What is this, Toy Story? Who's Sid?
Final Fantasy.
CID.
Give me 1 second. I am trying to remember. God. Oh, no, my note is not there anymore. What was his name? Shit.
See, we're not the only ones not paying attention.
Well, I have my note written down on here. I even have the date that I wrote the note down for when you guys... It was when you guys had the big staff meeting and you were setting aside all the cash. And then Shibar said that she's going to reinvest some cash and try to pull some strings.
Oh, see, I didn't think of that as a staff meeting because I vehemently do not work
Ah,
for T-Mont.
she considered those staff meetings and even sent out memos.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's a contract that says you do.
Went to my spammy. That was forged, and I will take you to court on that.
Yeah, that court system seems very, very well working in this time of Cyberpunk Red.
Do you say this out loud, Remy?
No.
No? Okay, good. So I think there's a very, very immediate response that could be provided. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to pull this up. I'm trying to figure out where. Do you know what? I'm going to do this. Because it's the person who redeemed the NPC. She says, "Sit. No. This is my cousin. This is Tracy, and he flew in all the way from. Tracy, where are you from again?" And she just shouts that over at him. And we'll find out if Tracy is still paying attention in our chat after dropping in all of these things. Love the rewards. Yes, love the rewards. Hate the impact it's having on all the things I was trying to pull this up. Yeah, he just screams back, "New York!" So yeah, he just flew in from New York.
His arms must be tired.
And
Drop the neutron bomb.
Raven, can I borrow your gun? Thank you, Raven. Thank you. But so yeah, Tracy walks on over. He's, yeah, flew in from New York. Cousin gave me a call. I don't know why the hell you guys keep calling her Shibar. That's the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard.
No, it fits the person.
He just looks
Is that your
over.
flying fortress?
You can call it whatever you want, but I just call him Puff. It's been serving me for about 40 years now. It's been around for a while. Seen a couple of incidents. You ever heard of the Guatemala?
That's that
Unfortunately, yeah.
avocado spread, yeah?
Alright, I guess it's the wrong crowd. It's like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And he looks over at Calamity. He's like, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I'm here. Let me know when to take off. Let me know where to go. And he looks over. He's like, I'll see you later, cuz. I'm gonna go hang out with some of your employees in there, because it looks like they're having a fun time. And you can see that on the roof, these Maelstrom who have been snorting this stardust are just fucking lighting off rounds into the air, blowing off fireworks and drinking, and very high. And he's like, I'm gonna go with those party people, and he starts very quickly walking. And Shibar is just like, yep, so that's Tracy.
Oh, it's a helicopter.
No, not a helicopter.
Yes. The AH-99 gunship? Is that what you said it is?
The gunship is a dual prop airplane. Is it a helicopter? Air utility is what I have it listed under.
Yeah, it's a helicopter.
The H-99?
Yep. I just did a Google.
I'm gonna do a Google too, because I am now confused. I thought this was Puff.
Well, there's another vehicle just called Dragon. It's also Moto 10.
The Dragon is the helicopter. Oh my god, did I get those two mixed up?
I think so.
Son of a
Yeah.
bitch. Okay, that's another thing I need to change. Oops. Switch. Dragon to AH99. Add back. Fuck. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it is a Puff the Magic Dragon. It is what is very pleasantly known to some in the community as the Flying Fortress. So let me pull that up, and I can show. There we go. It's called the AC-47. If any of you have any background in military, I'm gonna pull up. Oh no, it'd be the newer variant of that. Where's the newer variant? Raven, enlighten me, or whoever pilot. What's the newer variant? I can't remember. Was it the AC-130? Oh, you're
think
muted.
it's
Muted, Raven.
Yeah, that's probably it.
47 saw duty in
Yeah, Raven, you're muted.
The C-130 that I'm used to is a or the Puff the Magic Dragon I'm used to is a C-130 gunship. It has
Yes.
howitzers.
There we go.
Miniguns.
Lockheed C-130 Hercules. Yes, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
There's also the. Oh wait, no, that's the
Spectre.
Stratofortress. Yeah, so that's a different.
There's also a Spectre.
Spectre. I don't even know that one.
Spectre gunship. Same. Pretty much the same thing.
Okay. So let me bring over this neat little visual real quick. Lockheed Martin. There we go. Copy and paste. If it'll let me. Either way, it's not letting me. All right, so we will continue on, folks. Let's see. C-130. No, I want the AC-130. The attack. Son of a bitch. My computer is just screwing with me now, folks. This is what happens. There we go. Oh yeah. I had the absolute pleasure of being on one of these once just as a tour, but I never got to see one live. I have heard many stories though. Alright, so yeah, this Tracy disembarks and heads on inside where you see a lot of these Maelstrom fucking about on the roof, and he goes to go join them. The last one of these that y'all put in there to fuck with me is receiving a holotape or a phone call. So thanks, other Sandman, for dropping in more stuff to mess with me. Alright, so let's take that in. So when it comes to this, I'm gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who gets a phone call? 1, 2. Alright, so T-Bar, you get a phone call. Who is this phone call going to be coming in from?
I have a phone call?
Yeah.
Hello. Pick up my agent.
Yeah, who would be trying to get in contact with you at this point?
I don't know, some Mormon people? The marshals,
Not what I was expecting, but okay. Sure, yeah. We'll
I
go
don't
with the
know who
Marshals.
else would want to call. I don't know who would call T-Bar.
We'll go with the Marshals then, I guess. That was your choice. Let the record state that was his choice. So yeah, you get a phone call in, and you hear this guy on the other side of the lines like, hello, is this the executive CEO for T-Mart Incorporated?
Yes.
I was able to get this number. It's unlisted for some reason. But we need to bring you in for some questioning. There was a recent attack in San Antonio, and several of my operatives have died and trying to get in touch with you. So I'm giving a phone call instead.
¿Qué?
No hablo inglés.
No sé.
And he starts repeating the exact same thing, but again in fluent Spanish.
You are in Texas.
You are in Texas.
Yeah.
I will just hang up.
Hang up on him. All right. So yeah, you hang up on the marshal. What a wonderful use of a phone call, other Sandman.
10,000 channel points, well spent.
Channel points
What
well
I'm
spent.
supposed to say to-
Could have had a conversation. Could have tried to figure something out. Could have figured out what they were doing instead. But T-Bar decided to hang up, and I'm gonna guess at this point you're gonna crack the blinds, lean back, and take out the magazine as well.
We gotta
No,
go.
I was gonna go party with Maelstrom on the roof until we leave.
All right, sounds like a plan. Go ahead and roll me resist torture and drugs, please. Let's see if you can get yourself addicted to Stardust. Oh my god, I have so many PDFs open now. Okay, Stardust. I'm not looking for therapy, I'm looking for some absolute insanity. There we go. Lasts for 12 hours. Cost per dose 100 eddies. So it's pure form Stardust is clear oil that shimmers with rainbow colors when the light reflects off of it. Though it usually comes as a small single dose cartridge, it can be inserted into an air hypo. Cost per dose 100 eddies. Lasts for 12 hours. During this time, player ignores the effect of the seriously wounded state and the -4 to all actions of the mortally wounded state. GM tracks user HP and does not inform the player of any form of critical injuries or wounds. The user can detect their own critical injuries using Intelligence Perception D10 versus a DV15. During this time, it also increases the body by 2 points. You can raise your body above 8, and it changes the user's maximum HP, death save, and seriously wounded threshold. DV19 to avoid addiction, which you did not pass. You have a DV17. You are now addicted to Stardust. If the user wasn't already addicted to Stardust, they are now. While addicted, unless the user is currently experiencing the primary effect of Stardust, their reflex and body are lowered by 2 points each. This decreases the user's maximum HP, death save, and seriously wounded threshold. Additionally, the user's current HP is reduced by 5 points. This can cause the user to become mortally wounded. Please note that when addicted to Stardust, the primary effect ends at the same time that the user's current HP is reduced by a total of 10. So, T-Bar, you are high off of your ass, you feel nothing, and you start partying your face off with all of these Maelstrom on top of the building, and by the next morning you find yourself heavily addicted to this substance that costs 100 eddies per dose.
Alright.
You were supposed to save that for when we assault. I'll talk to Cully and I'll get you one more dose, because we all have one dose. So all of you have this too.
You might want to see if you can get 2.
You'll
Or
get
10.
1. It lasts 12 hours. You'll get 1.
Ted?
Yeah, I don't know if I
You'll
want to
get
mess with that
one.
stuff.
Would you rather feel dying? Remember where we're going into the belly of the beast. I want us to be on our A game, and for the next 12 hours, if you take that, you will be on your A game. There's also Flicker in there to help with that as well.
Yeah. I'd rather be sober when I put my pistol to the chin of the bastard that killed Bear. Thank you very much.
I mean,
Again, nothing about that statement is something that makes sense coming from the mouth that it just came out of. In the history of ever, that is not something that I would have ever expected to come out of that mouth.
I think it's a very poetic there, Mr. Holmes, that you want to be sober and can I have your dose?
I knew that was coming. I'll tell you what, you be a good boy and I'll give it to you before we go.
shit, I'll give you mine right now.
God damn it.
Nice.
Let's just go.
Nice.
Let's. We've woke up. Let's.
An NPC has entered the scene thanks to Rob. So as T-Bar is up there partying his ass off, T-Bar, give me a perception check, please.
Can we have Chuck Norris show up?
No, it's not going to be Chuck Norris, but we've got something, in my opinion, just as good.
We don't want Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger. He's on the other side.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah.
All right, you're not sure where the fuck you recognize this from, but you see a very, very short man on the roof partying with the maelstrom, literally getting tossed around like what seems to be like a beach balloon. And he is dressed to the nines. He's wearing what looks to be a very nice tailored jacket, and he's getting tossed around. He's like, "Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!" And he's just screaming as he's being tossed around on the roof. Also
Is
extremely
it Mini-Me?
high. It is not
Is it
Mini-Me,
Mini-Me?
but you may recognize, somebody else may recognize who this person is if they were able to successfully do a perception check. But there is now another person up on the roof.
You're
Ooh,
muted.
they're tossing around a little dwarf, and I will run up, grab that thing from Remy, and head up there.
Right, yeah, it seems as if as Jack is up there as well, just kind of like, what the flying fuck is going around here. So what you
We
recognize
keep
is
letting
that,
people in.
what you recognize, Jack, as you're up there, you immediately recognize him because it's the guy you called. This was the cook. He seems to be here from fucking Vegas. That's the last time you saw him, and he's still wearing that same tailored jacket that he was wearing at that time. And he is here on that roof getting tossed around like a beach balloon, screaming and high off of his ass, enjoying every second of the experience.
What? Hold on, are you irradiated? Fucking hell. As I very carefully approach him, I don't have a Geiger counter or anything like that.
No fucking clue! And he's jumping around on top. T-Bar, when you get back to the roof, you can see he's still getting tossed around, having the time of his life. Absolute blast. And he eventually like, all right, put me down. And he gets put down, and he's giving high fives to a lot of the maelstrom that are up on the roof, and he looks over at T-Bar and Jack says, oh, it's you guys from Vegas. Holy shit, yeah. I hope you don't mind. I stayed after I dropped the Stardust off. There's a lot of cops out there. I didn't want to be dragged around with a truck floated down with drugs. So I decided, fuck it. And, these Maelstrom, they know how to party. So, yeah, I've been up here for, like 3 days? I don't even remember the last time I slept.
Glad to see you survived a nuclear explosion. Well done. Welcome to the club.
Survived what?
How long has it been since we were in Vegas?
It's been a couple of weeks.
In game. Couple of weeks, yeah. Have you been a couple of weeks ago? Have you just been off your nut for a few weeks now, constantly?
what's off my nuts talking about? And you see him open up his pants. He's like, they're still there.
All right. How many hands do I have?
What a weird question. 7, man. Everybody's got 7.
There you go. Explained it right. T-Bar! You got someone here you might want to talk to, son. I was gonna walk off.
Oh, you like my sauce, didn't you?
Oh no.
What?
A relapse.
You remember I you guys came over. You were asking me questions about the sauce, and I told you that I had access to the recipe. You like the sauce, right? The Heisenberg sauce.
I like, yeah, I guess. Why, you have some of it?
Of course. And you see him open up his jacket. He takes out what looks like a innocuous can of it looks like Chef Boyardee, but it's got a little picture of him on the front with the top hat instead of the chef, and it says cookies special, and it's a little ravioli can, and he's like, eat this up, it's freaking delicious, trust me.
Gonna be swimming in so many penalties.
Do you eat it?
I mean, I know this is stupid, but I feel like he would do it. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to stop now. It would be out of character to just be like, no, I won't do this drug.
Right,
Now
just a quick aside. I've been thoroughly entertaining myself recently watching people attempt to play Elden Ring with like no armor. There's a guy that completed it using the Donkey Kong bongos. I feel like that's the approach you're taking to this now, Chuggy. Let's see how many handicaps I can load myself up with.
So I will, you know, he gives it to me in a can. I will like crush it like fuck, I can't think of the word of it. Like where you poke it in the bottom and like shotgun it into your mouth.
Yeah,
Just
that's
the pizza sauce.
Shotgun pizza sauce.
That's wonderful.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
go ahead and roll me resist torture drugs. And
T-Bar's been addicted before and kicked it, so he might know to stay away from it if you wanted to have an excuse to deviate.
I don't know. I don't feel like you would actually say no.
would you
Yeah,
like a +2 from chat?
T-Bar's off that Stardust right now.
Oh,
If
he's
he's playing
on
that AU with
Stardust
that
like
stupid
crazy.
mascot.
He wouldn't even know that he's like, if he's injured, he wouldn't even realize like poking a hole in the bottom of the can and smashing it to his face. He wouldn't realize that that's going to cut up his lips.
All right, I'm pretty sure 17 was high enough to pass for pizza sauce.
Yes, it is. In fact, you're all good. So yeah, T-Bar, you literally just poke a hole in the bottom, put it above, open up the top, just like a ravioli can. And you just suck that whole thing down and. Fuck it. And you are partying with the Maelstrom, and you see the cook as well. It's like, yeah, and he does the exact same thing. He's like, that's such a good idea. I can carbonate these. And so, bam, cook, and he sucks it down as well, and he joins back into the party with the Maelstrom.
Okay,
And-
when are we wheels up?
Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna say we're gonna take our bio break. We've got our Ewoks of Endor partying before the big final showdown. On top of the building itself, the Maelstrom are enjoying themselves, possibly one last time. Literally just drugging themselves out on Stardust and God knows what else Cook has on hand. The lot of you. God damn it, Chucky! This is why we haven't gotten to the wheels up yet. People keep plan, folks, plan.
Save it.
I
Save
will
it for
save
the
it.
AFM.
Yes.
Yeah, save it for the flight over.
That will be in the transition point. So we're gonna jump on to our break after I'm done screeching like one of those things from that show, my brain. I'll see you folks in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go get some more caffeine in my dome. See all of you folks in just a few minutes, and we're gonna be jumping into our last set for Cyberpunk Ghost Nomad. Right, our mics are still live, so if you want to chat, you can chat. If you want to talk about your wrestling like yesterday, you can talk about your wrestling. If you want to complain about the fact that I'm getting sidelined, because I'm complaining about the fact that I'm getting sidelined like crazy with NPCs and calls, and oh look, plot twists too, and then more NPCs. Yeah, I'll see all of you in a couple minutes.
Sigma's standing by anyway, so.
I'll be back.
Yeah. See you folks in a few. I'm not singing a song. That's Johnny's job, not mine. Sorry, Rob.
No. We don't have Bucephalus watching along with us. In deep thought, Neon.
No.
Neon. No. What's up? You look troubled.
Okay.
Why are you sharpening that pitchfork?
No reason.
So Mojo has ambitions of being the next bear, huh? Means I'll have to go to you for permission for my epilogue.
Snake Nation doesn't need permission.
Oh, for what I intend to do in the epilogue, provided that, well, yeah, my portion of the epilogue. So I would need your permission.
You want to hive off and take a portion with you up to the space? Go for it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who hasn't done a single drug, I don't think, or anything this entire game, is now about to do both Stardust and Flicker so that he can have his body, reflexes, movement, and something else increase and not have to feel anything if things go bad.
Sethko does your reflexes too, so if you need some.
Do what?
Synthcook also increases your reflexes, so if you need some.
Yeah, but Flicker does it better.
Yeah, why not both?
Why not both?
That's the T-Virus motto.
Because I'm not T-Bar?
What's the percentage of overdose? No. Or is there a percentage of overdose?
I think that, yeah, that may or may not be why there was so much ordered in the first place, but he's since been talked out of that.
There is no such thing as an overdose in Capricious Nation.
Oh dear.
Do the effects stack?
See, that I was figuring that they did not stack. Well, that may not be accurate because it does say that you can take it. Where was it? I was just reading it in Stardust. Because you can get the bonus up to a max of 3 times, so you could do it 3 times. It was somewhere in there. Or what? Maybe not Stardust. Maybe it was Flicker. I don't remember.
An oil in its pure form, Stardust is a clear oil that shimmers with rainbow colors when light reflects off it. It usually comes as a small single-dose cartridge that can be inserted into an air hypo.
Oh, that's Bundy bars. That's right. Yeah, no, thank you.
What about Bundy bars?
You can. They are definitively stackable. Like you can eat up to 3.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
you
I
can eat
still
more
have some
than
of
3,
those too.
yeah. I'll be doing. I'll be popping both Flicker and Stardust.
No, they come in different flavors like Al and Peggy. And Bud.
What about Ted?
Well, I heard that the Kelly Bundy bars are kind of rare.
I want the Ted Bundy bars.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they weren't able to keep. They had to tether the Kelly ones to the ground because they kept floating away. So much air in them.
No, I questioned about about rules for OD. I mean, because if you're slamming so many freaking drugs at any given time, it's a likelihood you're gonna freaking OD and like damn near kill yourself.
That's why I'm only doing 2 for my first try ever doing drugs, which that is probably considering what they are mirrored off of enough to take out the first time. But we'll see.
Well, I'm not talking about the cook. I'm just talking about like answering Cap's a message on
Oh
the
yeah.
Twitch. I'm talking about like freaking just like any of the edgerunners, gonks, or whatever that want to go freaking slapstick crazy, slamming all kinds of all these street drugs, making them into one big cocktail.
Yeah, Snake Palm, Tracy. That in addition to OD rules, we need the the uh, the chemist's cookbook for what happens when you mix drugs, because some drugs should probably have detrimental effects when mixed.
Yeah.
Probably other ones that work so well together that they amplify they amplify each other's base primary effect.
Souped up version of synth coke. You add freaking taurine and all and caffeine to it.
I'm just like looking at Lust and Molly, for example. Those were two that should probably piggyback off of each other and increase each other's effects or something. Get really crazy with your creative chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Synth Coke and Red Bull. Oh yeah.
Yes. There you go. The taurine and caffeine. Then you have to snort it.
No, the J for the soul.
Sitting in this gunship as we're getting ready to deploy, listening to freaking Bad Moon Rising.
So who's riding in what vehicles?
Anybody want to go amphibian with me?
Jack's gonna go in the gunship and hook the guitar up to the speakers and ride the Valkyries.
Alternating between Flight of the Valkyries and freaking War Pigs.
Yeah.
I'd jump in and look for first thing I'd look for is a parachute.
What, you can
Unless
survive that free fall?
Unless they have a freaking squirrel suit. One of those freaking flying squirrel suits.
Mojo will go in the in the new APC.
So you're gonna turn your motorcycle into a submersible. It'll be a torpedo. Might as well do the same thing that I'm doing with my motorcycle. The torpedo police freaking cruiser. That way you'd be a torpedo under the water. You'd also be a torpedo.
Actually, I've been thinking about Mojo's style and whatnot. If he was going to do the upgrade, it would be amphibious and be like a jet ski.
Oh yeah. Tiger shark on the front end, and then flames on the side.
Something like that.
With hydrofoil upgrade.
Lose the saddlebags and put lose the saddlebags and put in hydrofoils.
We're giving you ideas, Cap. We're giving you ideas. Little depth charge freaking attachment on the back. A vampire.
Sorry.
You could modify it with like little mini depth charge freaking attachment launchers on the back.
Yep, spike strips for the for smoke screen and oil for on the road, and depth charges for in the water.
Completely Spire Hunter your motorcycle.
And I think a better song to mix with the Flight of the Valkyries would be "Disposable Heroes" by Metallica. That's kind of the. That's the staple military. That was the song that we whenever we talked about going into combat. That would be the song that in my battalion they'd want us to play and listen to.
It's a good song. It's a bit nihilistic. I like what things.
Yeah, Disposable Heroes was one of my choices too.
Yeah.
But playing like on short final, coming into a hard LZ, it was usually Another One Bites the Dust.
Also good.
Or if we kept the old APC, it would be Another One Rides the Bus.
No, we did. We kept that. That's the APC.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
that's been that is when I made the school bus.
Gotcha. So we've got Weird Al blasting, right?
No.
Another one rides the bus. And another gets on, and another gets on. Another one rides the bus.
Hey,
Damn it, vampire.
To school. Another one rides the bus.
No. I think, honestly, at this point, I'd probably be blasting Aerosmith's "Eat the Rich." Because, I mean, there's only one thing they're really good for.
What time of year is it? Can we be playing Christmas at Ground Zero?
Followed up by For Whom the Bell Tolls.
God damn it! If you're asking about Christmas time, if we have to go into hearing Mariah Carey tell us all she wants, God damn it!
No. Cut yourself for saying that.
All right.
Or worse still, it'll be to Wham.
Okay, sorry about the wait, folks. As I said,
Alright,
trying
back.
to recollect and center my thoughts and get more caffeine into my system. Just waiting on T-Bar to get back, and then we'll start on up. And
I was
yes.
back this whole
Oh, all right.
time. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. But yes, another one gets on, another one gets on, another one rides the bus is the official headcanon accepted for the only music that will play in Domino's bus.
Okay.
It's not the wheels of the bus go round and round.
Unless we stop for food, in which case it's trapped in driving.
All right, so the Maelstrom and Cook and whomever else has decided to jump onto the roof of this building have had a hell of an evening. Absolute craziness going on. It's a party to end parties because many of them know that for themselves this might be their last, and they focus on snorting up the stardust and doing everything they can while they can. And Cook goes absolutely crazy for the duration of the evening. And as Violent Neon, specifically Domino, was worried about, didn't want them to run through all of the doses. Cook is supplying the shit that's being used on the roof. So Cook is throwing this party pretty much as enjoyment. And please recall that he also specifically stipulated that he was up here because he doesn't even know what happened in Vegas. He literally just, he no idea. So he is just partying his face off. So that's what's happening over the course of the night. So all of you are attempting possibly to get some sleep. If not, you are staying up for the evening and enjoying the wonderful slamming music and screaming and partying on the roof. Does anybody join them for the party? Because they go through the night.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely up there.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a endurance check, please. DP 15. No. You are tired.
Can I do the retroactively use my luck, but 2 points to add 1 point to basically make that a 15?
You mean with a +2 as well?
I have 6 points of luck.
I'm not sure you wanna. Not sure you wanna burn all of your luck on one sleeping roll.
All right, so yeah, a +2, and then 2 points of luck to make it a 15.
All right. This comes from Outrunner and Alvins. +2s. All right, and and then you can use 2 points of luck, and you'd meet a 15. So you're able to party through the night, and the next morning, no eye bags, nothing. Does anybody else join them?
No, Remy needs his beauty sleep.
Not even Jack?
He's Mr.
No, Jack's in
Sober
a
now.
pensive. Jack's in a pensive mood. He will.
Oh.
His mind's racing. He'll try and write something before he gets to bed at a reasonable time.
All right, well,
So he kind of locks himself in that corner office that he shanghaied when they first got into the building.
Gotcha.
And hang on a sec. I'll make a quick composition roll to see if he can come up with a thing. Nah,
Not the best.
13. Ideas, but nothing coalesces. There's too much going on, and he kind of throws his guitar down in frustration and goes to bed.
So during the evening, the lot of you that are sleeping, you are getting some sleep. T-Bar is so fucking high that he is able to get through the evening without feeling absolutely wrecked by the morning. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this up. There we go. So let's click on this guy, and there we go. So yeah, a lot of you are trying to get some sleep. The rest of them are partying up on the roof, having a absolute blast. The next morning rolls around, and as sun is rising, there we go. Now we've got some music going. Let me turn that down a little bit because it's blowing out my ears. There we go. So by the next morning, the lot of you are still hearing them partying up on the roof. These folks up there are having the party of their lives, but it is the next morning. Tracy is still at his plane. He has gone back during the night, slept in there. What are the rest of you doing as daylight shines?
Making sure that they all have their flicker to negate the negatives that they may have for staying up all night.
Second, I'm going to roll to see if they can pass an endurance check. Most of them don't seem to be remotely affected by the lack of sleep, just like T-Bar.
Well, they'll need the flicker anyways, because that'll help them too.
Okay. These folks will take it. He's got even more! And people start throwing out the doses of flicker to people over on the ground. Metal hands popping up in the air, grabbing them as somebody on the corner of the roof, standing on top of T-Bar's APC, is just slamming down on this guitar. And so we had on here another NPC has been entered, and I said, God fucking damn it, we said after the break. So that another NPC that is on top, there's some guy by the name of Mulligan who is literally headbanging on top of T-Bar's APC, or sorry, his AV. Headbanging. He's got speakers and shit set up, and they're blasting music as this guy just fucking headbangs to his dreads. And yeah, you hand out the flicker?
Yep. And then I go get in the bus.
Alright. Rest of you, what's going on? You've got a live performance going on your roof.
I want to grab my gear and load up on the plane.
Right.
Start kicking people or freaking jump on the plane also.
Alright, yeah, you get out to the plane. You've got Tracy in there who's already set up. The engines are primed and ready to go, and he's like, alright, take a seat, it's gonna be quite a bumpy takeoff, but we'll be alright.
We got the bomb secured.
Bomb? What bomb?
A neutron bomb. Thought they talked to you about this. We're gonna be dropping one on the headquarters.
That'd wipe out my systems. What are you talking about?
Need to go and talk to the guys then.
My cousin said nothing about a neutron bomb going off. That would wipe me off the face of the sky. I'd drop like a brick.
I think
we're dropping it from one of the EMP protected vehicles, which is only T-Bar's ship.
Alright, cool. Jack would emerge from the building at that point and sort of probably overhear that. Look, just get us to the rig and we'll get the bomb there, we'll arm it on the rig. Make sure you're far enough away. I want to make sure the bastard who put the hair on berries on this thing, and I want to look him in the eye before he goes. So we're touching down.
How are we gonna?
And Jack doesn't say that. Down. Like Jack's not asking when he says that, and he kind of looks to everybody.
I mean, I've got parachutes, but
I'll do it.
This thing can't touch down on water. I wouldn't be able to take back off.
That's fine.
Looks like you're kicking us out.
All right. And he laughs and goes up to the cockpit.
I strap on
We
a
jump,
parachute.
and then we jump, and then if you can see it fit to strafe a couple of times, give us some air support while we go in.
That's what I'm here
Yeah.
for. And you see him pat what looks to be a computer, and he's like, I got this baby already loaded up with some AI. This thing's been running with me for 20 years, and you know, I call it Dynamo because this thing is a fucking beast of a generator.
It delivers utter destruction.
Oh, this thing can deliver one hell of a pounding too. Drops loads you wouldn't even be able to believe.
So what you're saying is we've raised the stakes by having this in our arsenal.
He looks at you. He's like, "Do we have more nukes? I mean, we can drop more bombs if we need to, right?"
How manure vote? Oh shit! How manure vote?
Nice try. Nope. Nice try. I think you have to make up to us now by singing our final rock ballad as we fly into the zone.
Yes.
I'm
Can
not
we
sure
be
what
wheels
you're
up
talking
now?
Yeah, let's
Look,
go.
it sounded fine in my head. I just didn't realize the logistics of actually producing the word.
All
On
right.
the subject of theme songs, of course, T-Bar's playing Highway to the Danger Zone.
No, I'm right here.
I only have Danger Zone. He has it like on an old '80s tape.
8-track.
8-track player. All right.
Mojo is great to put down the party and get our soldiers organized to be soldiers.
Just start kicking them on the ring-in vehicles. We need to go.
And
And then head
last
over
thing Jack
to NPC.
Last thing Jack will do before he leaves is take all of the, because as he's been composing all these songs and he's been recording them, he will hit enter on the album that he's compiled over the course of his campaign and send it out to all of the radio contacts that we established near the start that were like playing his music. As this is the possibly the last album. And then it will leave the building.
All right, and that's streaming through the radio system.
Yeah, well, he also sent it on to, you remember like near the start when Jack first started writing and he was sending the songs out to the contacts and they were playing them and stuff like that.
Yes.
He's now packaged all of the songs we've written, about 6, onto like I suppose that would be like an EP, and has sent that just for distribution to everybody.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll me charismatic impact. How far does this go out?
What else wants to work? Let's find out. $13.
All right. Yeah, you're able to get it sent out. People, of course, are taking this stuff up. They're sending it on through, and they're forwarding it on to other stations, and it starts to spread. Go ahead and roll me 1d50. All right. So in this region right now, Texas, Southern California, Northern California, Louisiana, and Oregon are now playing your music live on the air as it streams through. So grand total of 4 states got access without getting shut down. All right. Anything else that you guys are doing before we are wheels up?
Making sure the maelstrom are packed up in the AVs that we prepared for them.
Yeah, so you talked about trying to get them in order, Mojo. Mojo, what I need you to do right now is roll me a tactics check. All right, you're able to get these guys focused and pulled up. They're like, oh yeah, let's go, round everything up. And you see this guy you've never run across, the one on top of T-Bar's AV. He's just like, damn, party's over, and the Maelstrom turn around like, party's gonna be back as soon as we're back here. He's like, fuck yeah, and starts playing again, still standing on top of T-Bar's AV. Just continues headbanging. As the lot of the Maelstrom start getting off the roof. Some of them just jumping from the roof down to ground level and walking it off without issue. Some going down the elevators. Some going down the stairs. Now, what I need all of you to do right now is please roll me a 1d20. Everybody, 1d20. Or sorry, 2d10. 2d10. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Oh my lord, okay, that's way too many things going through now. Okay, goodness. Alright, so let's start. Okay, so 6, 12, 3, 7, 8, 6. Alright, so altogether you have a grand total of, oh goodness, okay, plus 19, plus 10. You have a force with you of about 70 Maelstrom that are all combat ready, ready to go, ready to head on out. And they look around, it's like, how are we all getting to this place? How are we getting there? What are you pointing to?
Was the great big honking transport plane, surely?
All the APCs that we got, or the AVs that we got squared away.
So the Puff the Magic Dragon is not designed as a passenger plane. But the AVs that you have, let's see, 10 passengers, so you guys could seat 20 people out of 70.
But if you remember, I was talking about how I was getting the Nomad group together because the Nomads have a surplus of vehicles. I thought we were trying to get the extra APCs just to deliver the Maelstrom.
Okay, so you guys want to try and
AV.
rally the Snake Nation itself.
Yes.
Okay. Who wants to make that rallying cry to have people bringing in their vehicles?
Jack?
Are we allowed to know what the role is before we make that decision?
Oh yeah, sorry. So for this, you will be using local expert.
Oh, You know,
What?
local expert Nomad.
Badlands?
I have a 2 in local expert Nomad, and a 2 and a 4 intelligence.
I've got 6
Can-
and 4. But
Can our
Badlands.
nomads not use their moto role for this, like the old family role in 2020? Because arguably it's about their connection to the clan, isn't it? So.
Oh, actually, yes, that's a good point. Yeah, you could make a moto roll.
That would not be T-Bar. That would not be Mojo. That's only a 4 for Mojo.
Domino's at a 7, but I think T-Bar's at an 8.
I'm at 8.
Alright, so that'll be 1d10 plus 8, and your target number is going to be 15 or higher.
Do you want me to roll it, or I mean, it's a 1 difference. You could roll it if you want. It don't matter to me.
No, since you're more familiar with AVs anyways, I think it would make more sense coming from you.
And being connected to Team Art.
I would say
the resident
maybe take a
pilot,
+2 from chat.
Okay, I'll do that.
Alright, let's take a +2 from chat. You guys got a pile of +2s right now, so alright, this one's coming from Outrunner. Excuse me. I'm loving the music, by the way, Rob. I'm thrilled to actually be able to listen to it now too.
I guess with the +2 from Chad, that'd be 17.
17, yep. So you're able to successfully convince several of the nomads to spare their vehicles, because the Maelstrom were not nomads. That's why I was like, how's that going to happen? The Maelstrom are just Maelstrom.
Yeah.
So for this, there are a couple of people there. Go ahead and roll me 1d10. Chucky, go ahead and roll me 1d10. Sorry, T-Bar. Right, 3. Ouch. Okay. Give me 1 second. I've got to find something that falls into the 3 category. 2. What you have access to right now, there are a couple of people who have some fishing boats that are hooked up. You've got a couple of folks that have some vans that can drive. You've got some people who have cars, and you have a couple of people that have some gyrocopters. But a lot of you are, of course, the strongest out of all of them. Not many people have anything that's built up as heavily as you. But they can get most of them to the shore at this point. Not many of them are able to go seaworthy.
I mean, I have space for 10 plus a co-pilot.
Yeah. So either way, what we're going to do is we can get the majority of them over to the shore itself, and a lot of you can transport roughly 25 of them directly with you to into the air. Because that'd be 10.
Since
10.
I'm on the boat, I might do a few round trips.
Okay. So yeah, the lot of you start heading south. Let's see. Somebody give me a tactics roll. Whoever's highest tactics roll to figure out where is the best staging point for all of this. So Mojo 16. That beats the DP that I had in mind. The tactics roll that you, the tactics that you figure out is that this area right here, right off of the coast, is the best place to stage this. So heading straight south between the cities, excuse me, and staging in between the 2 major port hubs that they have. And so a lot of you start dropping them off there. There are several still on the ground. There are several loaded up into the AVs. There are a couple that start setting up these little sailboats to go on in. And we've got Maelstrom, approximately 70 of them that are going to be coming with all of you. And oh my god, Raven has put in a positive plot twist.
Can I call in Sigma to pick up and to transport the rest?
Yes, you can. So what do you do?
I call him an agent, and I just tell him, go ahead and bring Sigma team in. We have extra personnel in transport.
Right. Go ahead and roll me 2d10, please. All right, you've got it. So for this, what happens is that over the course of literally just a couple of minutes, you see, you can hear in the distance what seems to be more of these rotors coming on into the area. And you get a call back on your agent, Calamity, and they ask, what's the passenger load?
How many people do we need transport for?
Roughly,
60.
Not 60, about 40.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you've got 25 that you're able to transport yourself.
40 plus.
40 plus. All right, we'll be there in 5. And you have a hang up, and what starts to come in just shortly thereafter is you hear several heavy rotors heading on in. And coming on into the area, a lot of you notice that there are a few UH-9s, these very heavy militarized transport helicopters coming into the area. and they come into the area. They drop down, and they're the couple of the people come off. You can see that they are also in metal gear, and they come over to Calamity, and they said, "All right, we're here. Load up, and where's rendezvous? Where we what's the destination for drop off?"
LZ is the Metacore HQ off the coast.
All right. Go ahead and give me a conversation check. And I'll give you a +2 to this because you have influence. All right, you got it. And one of them salutes you. Yes, ma'am. And they start loading people up onto these UH9s. And a lot of the Maelstrom have successfully been loaded. All right, so we've got that in through here. Positive plot twist. All right. So yeah, you guys have everybody. You are boots off the ground at this point. Jack, where are you at? What vehicle are you in? Are you in one of the UH9s? Are you in one of the AVs? Or are you in the gunship?
I think I'll be T-Bar's co-pilot.
Okay. T-Bar, of course, you're in the AV. As you go up to the roof, you see this guy that's headbanging on top of your AV. How do you communicate to him to GTFO?
By starting the AV and taking off.
All right, Rob, if you're still here in the chat, Rob, can you give me a 1d10 plus 10, and let me know what your reflex check is for this to see if you can stay on top of that AV. I know you probably have some dice on hand.
Hibernation style.
Yeah, you start taking off with this guy headbanging on top of this AV, and let's see what his total roll is in just a moment when he gets back to us. Calamity, where are you at? Are you going to be joining in on one of these UH9s? Are you going to be in somebody else's vehicle? What's the goal?
Plane, but I'll jump aboard one of the UH9s.
Rob rolled.
Rob rolled a 13. Oh my goodness, where was that posted up to? I didn't see. Rolled a 3. Oh, 13. Alright, so hold on. There's actually, in the vehicles of Brent, there is actually a stat for this. So let me pull this up.
Can I use that moto to try to balance him so I could leave him up there? Ride all the way there with a guy on top?
Yeah, go ahead, roll that for me. Your DV, because you're doing aircraft, you're going to be doing a DV 17 for that.
I think my plus to start is like 19. But...
Oh my god. Yep. Okay, you're able.
I have an extra reflex from Coke and
oh my god, yeah,
Flicker and different things. So.
All right, yeah. So you're able to stabilize and steady everything, and what this Mulligan guy is able to kind of almost falls off but regains balance. It's like, all right, let's keep this going, and he continues fucking playing while on top of this AV. I'm going to, let's see. All right, yeah, okay, 25 is good enough for me. Yeah, so you take off, he stays on top, and he is still playing.
Is he a bard and gives us all a +1 morale boost?
It is not a bard. He would be a rocker boy in this regard, and he can do a charisma check to impact you guys later if you want.
Please telling me he's wearing a red jumpsuit.
That's an apparatus.
So Rob, what are you wearing? Describe to us, what are you wearing?
Because now all I can picture is Fury Road.
Yeah, me too. So, Rob, in chat, you can describe to us what you are wearing as you are riding on top of this AV, slamming on a guitar, headbanging, and singing.
Hey,
So,
Cap,
yes.
Fury Road part of how we decided that we were going to do a Nomad campaign?
That was, yes.
From Panda's
Yes.
game when we were talking about potentials.
Yep. Alright, so you, Calamity jumps into one of the UH-9s. Remy, where are you going?
Hopping on the Magic School Bus.
Alright, Magic School Bus, and there we go. So, Rob says he's wearing the red jumpsuit, chrome designs, reflecting and shining in the sunlight. Alright. Remy, you're jumping on the school bus. Where are you going, Mojo?
Mojo and the two backups are going in the school bus as well.
Right. And,
The backups will take the gunner seats.
okay.
Perfect.
And we've got Domino, of course, driving the Magic School Bus. So yeah, a lot of you
And-
start heading on out. Oh, what's up?
I was going to say, when I get to the coast, I will pop both the Stardust and the Flicker.
Right. Yeah, so a lot of you get on, and you start heading on out. Of course, the slowest of the vehicles at this point is going to be the Magic School Bus. Wow, our total distance is about just under 300 kilometers. Holy shit, is that accurate?
Approximately, but not quite. It's off by 20 per 100, I think, if I remember right.
Oh, for a 400 kilometer distance on here, it's off by 150. Holy shit. Wow, I've really messed up my my conversions on there, so hold on one second.
Yeah, that was when you scaled the map to be just in
Yeah.
scale to scale.
So grid cell distance, let's put that down to like 80. That should fix it. Oh wow, okay, that's super close. Okay. Let's fix that just a little bit. So that'll be about 78 if my math in my brain is correct. Just about. Okay. Good enough. Close enough. So 400 kilometers right now is measuring at 420. So we're 20 off for 400. So that means we are 5 off for 100. Because I can actually do a little bit of math in my brain right now. Yeah, cool. So our distance to get there is going to be about 200 kilometers, just under. Quite a bit of distance that a lot of you are covering, but it is doable. For those of you who are piloting, flying, or driving, please give me those checks. For T-Bar, your DV right now is going to be a 20 because you're going to be trying to maneuver through very unsteady air. For Domino, your DV is going to be a 25 because you're on unsteady water, and you already got a 20.
Oh, you want me to roll again?
No. So mine is for when driving to the shore, but I haven't gotten in the water yet, so I need to roll a Pilot C vehicle.
Yes, Pilot C
and
vehicle.
so I was going to do the drugs first.
Okay. And yes,
So-
T-Bar will need you to roll one more time. Alright, you got it with a 26 out of 20. And Domino, it's 20, 23. All right. So yeah, both of you are able to very steadily pilot your way across this little strait here into the Gulf of Mexico. And what happens is as all of you are going into this area, you can see that there are several of these like marine shipping boats that are passing by. Some of them you can see crew on top, like looking as all of these fucking military style aircraft and vehicles are passing by, like what the fuck. And as all of you start getting a little bit closer, you can start hearing warnings coming on over your comms system. So give me 1 second. There was another one on here under Cyberpunk. There we go. It was no, not the tech workshop. Where was it? It's like abandoned facility or something, or not abandoned facility. I was looking for the corporate. Give me one moment, folks, and then I'll fix up our sound, and we will start going from there. Right, there we go. So you start getting an alarm coming in through your speaker systems. And on the speaker systems, you hear a warning coming through like, "You're entering restricted airspace. You're entering restricted airspace. Please identify yourself." T-Bar, you get that in through your comm system.
I am not addicted to either.
T-Bar, what are you going to do?
I'm sorry, I missed something. I don't know. My headphones are starting to cut in and out. I apologize. I
Oh,
didn't
you're
hear
fine.
What you were asking.
So you get this warning coming in through your comm system, and it says, "You're entering restricted airspace. You're entering restricted airspace. Identify yourself."
Oh, I'll just turn it off. Turn
You
off the
just,
sound.
you just turn it off.
Yeah.
All right. So you turn it off, and you get a similar warning as well, Domino, on your or in your bus. That's you're entering restricted water space. This is international waters, and you're approaching private property. Please identify yourself.
I identify myself as the person who is going to restrict you, and this is me giving you the middle finger, which you may or may not be able to see, but I don't give a fuck.
Russian warship, fuck you. All
My
right,
name is
so
Inigo Montoya.
you killed my father. Prepare to die. All right, so you guys turn off your systems. You shit talk them back, and what happens at this point is that both of you, as well as the UH-9s, you start seeing what looks like anti-aircraft fire coming off of this platform as it starts expanding closer and closer the you get. T-Bar, what I need you to do right now, we're going to be doing an oppose roll. Oh, identify this motherfucker. Yes, allow. Motherfucker is now on this the permitted list. There you go. T-Bar, I'm going to need you to roll an opposed check right now. I'm going to roll mine, and then I will let you know what your DV is for your pilot check, because they are firing it.
Okay.
Your DV is going to be a 26.
And don't forget that if you're on that flicker, you've got that +1 ref.
Yeah, and then I have another +1 from the synth code. But I'm also going to use 2 luck, so this should have a total of +4 to it. That don't matter.
You get hit as you are flying through. You get hit with what seems to be Gatling fire coming off of this island. So give me 1 second. I gotta find out where my weapon sets are. God damn, this list is huge. My supplement is too big for its own good. There we go. All right. So you get hit by some incoming fire. So what was your total roll?
With the
17.
17, yeah.
Right. So now I've got to roll for my 2 hits. Your distance is... Yeah, you're about 400 kilometers out. So it's going to give me a 22. Alright, so that's only going to be a 3 on there. So that's 3... What's 3 times 3? 9. So it's going to be 96 incoming damage. So your AV takes 32 damage as Gatling fire just sweeps directly across one of the sides of your AV.
Alright, and it has 20 armor, so.
So it'll be that would ablate by 1 and then minus 12.
SPP.
Yep. Alright, and for Domino, I need you to give me a contested roll as well. Give me 1 second. Make my roll. Do. Alright, you need to do a pilot C vehicle, and I need you to beat a 23.
Alright, I would like to use a +2 from chat, and
Okay.
I am going to use my, no, I'm just going to use a +2 from chat.
Okay.
So, 24.
Alright. You're able to dodge out of the way as you're piloting this as a torpedo moves straight past the bow of your ship. This incoming torpedo just goes straight past you and goes out behind you towards some of the incoming boats that some of the nomads had jumped onto. So let me roll to see if they're able to avoid this. Ouch. Okay, so one of the sailboats behind you guys takes the torpedo hit, and you can see, or sorry, you can hear from the inside of your APC behind you as one of these goes off, and it is 12d6 damage. 46. So you can hear as one of these sailboats behind you gets hit by this pretty large torpedo and gets immediately sunk into the water. Let's see, our sailboats, the SD is 20, yeah, it gets sunk. And the passengers on there have passed. Grand total loss to your guys' forces. 1. You lose the Nomad and 3 of your Maelstrom. So yeah, they open fire. You guys can see that they're incoming rounds. Calamity, you're inside one of these UH-9s. What I'd like you to do for me is please roll a luck check, because you're not piloting.
Okay, so it's a D10,
Yep, and then what's your luck?
3.
Okay. Alright, so they get fired at. I'm gonna roll for the UH-9 right now. They also get hit with incoming Gatling fire. So that's going to be 90. Oh wait, no, I need to check to see the distance on here. Holy shit, okay. What's the maximum? Fuck. Because I just got crit success. Heavy Gatling gun maximum is a 10. That is terrifying. 10 times 3. That's 30. So your aircraft that you are in gets swarmed with this Gatling fire. It seems as if they are focusing on your military vehicle over T-bars, and it gets hit pretty hard. So that's 102 damage. When it comes to the actual UH-9 itself, let me see the... so structural... Okay, so SP20, SDP is 200. Part of one of the fuselage on the chopper itself seems to take massive damage, but the pilot keeps it in the air. The interior of the cabin is now starting to fill with a little bit of smoke, but it is still going.
I screamed to the
Oh, go ahead.
to the commander, the captain of. I screamed to the commander, the captain of the UH-9. Drop down the NOE, and make sure we don't take any more of those.
Drop down to what?
NOE is like NOE is nap of the earth. That's usually like maybe 50 to 75 feet off the ground, or off of the surface level.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, they're able to pull off that maneuver without an issue. They drop down and they're able to get down to that point pretty easily. And let's add this. There we go. Get some music going so it's not just gunfire and bullets blasting through, because of course you've got Mulligan going on outside, screaming and playing guitar. So as the lot of you are coming on in, they continue firing. T-Bar, do you return fire?
Sure.
All right. Your DV that you're trying to hit, you're at 400 meters. What do you want to fire?
Give me just a second. I'm trying to find the range. No. I'm at 400.
400 meters. Yep.
He can land this AV on there, right?
Yep.
His AV.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I also, am I able to move at all, or no?
Yes, you are. You guys are heading straight for that location.
My combat move is 80, so I can go to 320.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I will do the rockets, which is the DV-20.
Which rocket?
I have the small rocket pod,
Okay, and how many are you firing?
and I was gonna wait.
3?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me, so it's going to be DV-20, and it's heavy weapons check. Don't forget you have the +1 from the AI.
Isn't it +2?
+2, yes, sorry, because you've got the full AI.
And then that's +1 for flicker and 1 for synth code, so 23.
All right. Yeah, you lay on the damage. Go ahead and roll 66 times 3, so 96, please.
66, wouldn't that be times 3, 18?
6. Oh my God! Yeah, holy crap. 6. Yeah, 18. Roll me 18d6. My bad. I can math, as all
No,
of you
no
can
problem.
tell.
I wasn't sure if I did something wrong or if it was reduced.
Try that again. / roll. There we go. So 54 damage. You fire in and you take out one of the weapons platforms that was shooting. Go ahead and roll 1d6 for me. All right, you take out one of the Gatling gun platforms that was firing. Goodness. Who is on guns right now? Who else has guns? Domino. You're also piloting, so you're next up on there. You're 400 meters away.
All right, I am going to move. I can move 100 meters.
Okay.
And so I'm going to move that, and then I'm going to try to use the tech rigged rocket launcher that's connected to the AI that Remy was able to put on that I ordered for the AV,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to shoot that.
Is that large or small rocket?
It's a regular rocket launcher. It's like a personal rocket launcher.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's been modified to be a turret-mounted rocket launcher.
Gotcha. All right. So for that, let me pull this up because that's in the Friday night firefight.
I think it's still heavy weapons, but
Friday night firefight. Let's pull up our DVs on here. So rocket launcher, you're at 400, so it's going to be 300. It's going to be DV25. And it's going to be, since it's mounted, it becomes a heavy weapon instead of shoulder arms.
okay, yep. And so I have a +2 from the AI in my vehicle, and I would like a +2 from chat.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my last 2 luck for this.
Right.
So that'll be a +6. Doesn't matter.
All right. Yeah, so you fire off this rocket, and it goes wide and splashes into the water and detonates underwater. Who else is on guns? Who else is on guns right now?
I have 2 heavy machine guns, but I don't think they're gonna do. They're not in a range yet.
Yeah, the backup is on the machine guns of the missile. And yeah, they're gonna hold their fire until we get down to probably at least 200 or under.
Okay, yeah, because that's a DV30.
No.
Heavy light machine guns at this distance. Oh, 25. Sorry, yeah, 25.
And they're gonna wait till we're into the 20 band.
Okay. Is anybody else on any guns?
25 is a bit much.
Yeah. Remy, were you on guns or no?
No. I will chime out. Hey, Remy, would you be able to reload that rocket launcher?
Sure.
Alright, so Remy, you're going to use your action to reload the rocket launcher. On the UH-9, what we have on this actual, the helicopters themselves, so it's 2 of them that landed in, both of them are equipped with weapons. Each of them has a light autocannon. Raven, would you want to jump on one of the autocannons?
I'm in one of them.
Okay. So you are doing a light autocannon. So light autocannon for this, your DV is going to be a 22 for, let me see, heavy weapons.
They're all heavy weapons.
Yep, heavy weapons, DV 22. Right. So you open fire with this autocannon, and it seems to be hitting parts of the platform, but not any of the actual weapons platforms themselves. And Tracy is out there. He's got this. He's got Puff the Magic Dragon, and begins raining down a little bit of fire from much higher than the rest of you are, since it's in full aircraft. He opens fire down at them. Let's see, autocannons and an anti-tank rocket launcher. There we go. So, first thing that he does is open up with the autocannons. Successful hit from the autocannons, and that was a over 3. So that's going to be 4 times 3 is what, 12? So he reeks in 49 damage as a lot of you see this coming in from the sky, and hits and destroys one of the weapons platforms. Roll 1d6 to find out which one. Which one did you hit earlier, Chuggy?
5.
Number 5. Okay, yeah. So they actually hit one of the torpedo bays, firing from the sky. Second on there was the anti-tank rocket launcher, but he's already used his action. So we're back up to the top again. we're going to be rolling as these guys open fire at you guys. Contested AV or DV against T-Bar. Your DV is going to be a 26.
I'll use a +2 from chat if there is.
Yep.
Okay, it didn't matter. Roll good.
Alright, yeah, you're able to dodge out of the way as another set of this automatic gunfire strafes along the side of your AV. And then Domino, I need you to make a check. It's going to be a 22.
Is there still a +2 in chat?
We have, let me check, because we got a pile of stuff that people sent in. Yes, there's another +2 from Ward Daniels.
Thank you, Ward Daniels. Whew, 25.
Alright, you're able to, again, move out of the way, and let's see if another one of the boats behind you is able to dodge it. They're able to kind of, like, sail out of the way as another one of these torpedoes goes on by. And then, Calamity, one more time, give me a luck check. Alright. They are unable to escape that gunfire again. And so the UH-9 gets shot at again. Let's see, what is our success on here? It's going to be a 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. Alright, so the UH-9 takes another 36 damage. Minus 19 is going to be a 15. So they take in 15 damage, not as bad. They still get shot at as the lot of you are down near surface level. They are still firing down at you from this platform. And we have one more round with you guys, and then them returning fire before you get to the point of actually arriving at the Metacore HQ. So T-Bar.
Damn it, Captain.
He's like, I'm doing the best I can, ma'am. I'm doing the best.
Need some more power.
You better.
So T-Bar, what are you doing? You gonna return fire?
I'll return fire, and I accidentally entered a -2 into chat. I will take the -2.
I'll take that as a +2. It's okay. I'll refund it back to you. Give yourself or give that group a +2 if you'd like. I'm not gonna be that much of a dick.
Yeah, I just hit
It's
the
our
wrong one.
finale.
I guess I wasn't paying that much attention. Yeah, I'm gonna fly in and I have 2 turrets. One of them has 2 light machine guns, and one of them has 2 heavy machine guns.
So you'd be able to operate one of those unless you have a co-pilot there to operate the other one.
Father Skellington is right there. And
Yeah.
So would you like to interface with one of the heavy turrets or one of the heavy
yeah,
machine
I'm gonna
guns or light
fire
machine
the two heavy machine guns.
Alright. Your DB at this point is a DB, because you're now in the 200 band, DB 20, and it's going to be heavy weapons.
Alright.
Alright, you got it. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6. And then roll your, thank you, so 6. Alright. So you had DB 20, so that's 2. So that's going to be 66 damage.
Twice, right? Because there's 2 of them, 2 heavy machine guns.
Yes, so that'd be 12d6. Alright, yeah, you open fire with these 2 heavy machine guns and take out the sixth platform. There's only 3 of them left now. Domino, you're still driving. Do you return fire or keep driving?
I am going to get myself up to the 200 range, and since my rocket launcher is reloaded, What's my DV on it now?
DV at 200 is a 20.
A 20?
Yep.
All right. I will. Yeah, I'll try again, and I'd like to use a +2 from chat.
Okay.
Nope, that's an 18. So another missile into nowhere. Remy, would you please reload that again for me? And at this range, the Pennels should be able to fire, or try to. And I'll leave that up to Mojo to roll for them.
I mean, they could have tried last time, but there was no reason to because it was pointless. But yeah, they will try at a 20.
What are on your pintles? Light, heavy, the Gatling, machine guns?
Heavy. 2 heavies.
2 heavies. All right. So what I need you to do for me right now, you're at the 200 band, so roll me DB 20.
Sorry. Light machine guns.
Okay, light machine
It
guns.
is light.
So roll me DB 20 for the first one. All right. So they'll get 2, so that's going to be 66 for damage. 15, okay, and then roll another one for your second backup. And that's a miss. Alright, so your first backup opens fire, lands in a few rounds, hitting on one of these weapons platforms. Go ahead and roll me 1d6. All right, and so it damages in one of the ones that has not fired yet. So you open fire on that, and then we have Calamity. Calamity, you're on one of these autocannons. So go ahead and at a distance. So it's going to be DV 22 heavy weapons. Would you like to retroactively take a +2 from chat?
I could.
Yep, so one comes from Cyber Nation, and the other one comes from Vampire Bites.
Much obliged.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Because this is an autocannon, so it's just going to be a. Oh, go ahead and roll me 8d6. All right, and roll me a 1d6 for which platform it is. All right, number 6. So, yeah, you finished taking out that last Gatling gun. There are no more Gatling guns on top of this rig from the direction you guys are coming in. So the sky is now pretty much clear, except for coming around to this round. We have.
So real quick, what is the rocket launcher on Domino's vehicle is mounted outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're literally
It's on
like
a
climbing through the hatch and then reloading the rocket and coming back in.
Instead of reloading it this time, can I take a shot with mine?
Yeah. So what are you firing with?
That rocket launcher we took way back when.
Oh my lord, okay. DB is 20.
I'll grab a +2 from chat.
Okay, this one comes from Vampire Bites, since Vampire loaded in all the +2s. Alright, you fire and a miss.
Could I
Yep.
retroactively? Oh wait, no.
Yep, you already took a +2,
Yeah,
so that's 18.
Could I spend double luck to bring it up?
You would have to spend 6 luck to bring it up to a hit.
To
To a 21.
You gotta bring it up
pass
to
the DB.
21 because it has to pass.
oh, gotcha.
Would you like to or no?
No, I do not have that much left.
Okay. Alright, Jack, you were inside of Puff the Magic Dragon, and I totally spaced on that. Because I'm an idiot sometimes.
No, I'm riding. I'm T-Bar's co-pilot, and I said I'd jump in T-Bar.
Okay, so you're in with
That's how
T-Bar.
he was able to fire the guns.
Yeah, that means
I
that
just
you're able
snagged
to
it.
fire
I
the
just snagged
machine
it.
guns, the light machine guns.
Yeah.
Would you-
I will do so.
Okay.
Where is that auto fire?
Yeah, so, no, it's gonna be
Heavy
shoulder
weapons.
arms. Because he's using the light machine gun. Use the heavy ones, Chuggy. Sorry, T-Bar.
And are you using interface, Jack? Because if you do, you get a +1 without interface and +2
I
with
don't.
interface.
I don't have interface plugs.
So you could get a +1 with the assistant.
So.
And your DB is going to be a 20.
I'm not gonna fuck it. I've got 0 in shoulder arms. So.
You can still try.
Yeah. That's +1. But
That's a
still
no.
not.
Yep. So you open fire, the light machine gun's going off, and most of the rounds are just landing into the water, short of the actual location itself. And you hear the puff start puffing away again as another explosion occurs from above you, and this time around he is going to be using. Let's see, where are we at? He's going to be using one of the rocket launcher pods. So let me pull that up real quick. So he fires down. This is an anti-tank rocket launcher, and it's a +2 for land vehicles. This is not a land vehicle, so we'll see if we get a hit. And he hits! Holy shit! Okay, 1d6. Does this hit one of the... Oh my lord, it hits number 4. Okay. So the last weapons platform that has not gone off yet, it looks as if it was a missile defense system that is not fired yet. It gets hit by this anti-tank rocket for 15d6 damage. Yeah, it explodes. This thing blows up. And you can see that it was a rocket pod that had been set to go off at a proximity, and this thing starts going as these rockets start detonating inside the pod.
So how much damage do they do to the platform?
The platform does not have specific AP. Do you want me to give the platform itself AP? Because this thing's huge.
I mean, I chose this background for a reason, right?
Okay, I will roll and see how much damage that gives, because this was the coup de grace if they had been able to set them off. It was a set of large rockets. It was a pod of them. Or sorry, it was the small rockets. It was a pod of them. It was the largest pod I have. That is 20 times 66. So 2 times 6 is 12. So was that 120?
Yeah, 120.
Holy fuck! Okay, yeah. So as this rocket from Puff the Maggot Dragon hits and smashes into this gigantic unfired rocket pod, part of the rig itself literally just explodes in this concussive blast and starts sinking down into the ocean. The rest of the platform itself, because this is its own mini city, is still standing. But yeah, he fired off this shot, and part of the rig has now fallen into the ocean. Holy god, I think that's the most damage I've ever rolled before. Alright, and this is the round where all of you have gotten up to the space. They don't have any weapons platforms left. So you are now gotten up to this burning partial wreckage of the city. There are alarms and sirens going off. This place is going wild. As people are running and screaming, some folks are opening fire at each other. And what I need all of you to do is please give me a perception check. Everybody give me perception.
So we landed now.
Yeah, you guys have started to land. Yes, everybody except for, excuse me, Puff in the air. So let's see what you guys got. All right, so most of you are able to pass that DV. So what you can see is that this place is packed with representatives from Arasaka, from Militech. There's other military companies and contractors there. There are people literally scrambling. Many of them look to be executives. This isn't supposed to be its own little war zone. These folks are running and screaming, some of them dropping briefcases, some of them just pushing each other out of the way to get onto these smaller little gyrocopters and craft to fly the fuck out of there. And panic is now ensuing on this this artificial island that's been made in the ocean. But a lot of you have arrived.
The nearest, but I grabbed the nearest looking scrawny suit.
Okay.
All these corpos that are running. I just grabbed one. Who runs this fucking rig? Where are they?
That's... what are you talking about? Who runs it? It's fucking Medicore, of course. Get the hell out of here, and he tries pushing you off. Go ahead and roll me a brawling check. Oh shit, I don't think you're gonna get out of that way. Yeah, they got a 29. So this exec smacks you straight in the face, whacks you, and runs on off. They're not super strong, so it's only going to be a little bit of damage. 5 damage, 5 HP damage.
Oh, fuck him. As he runs away, I pull out the Malorian and shoot him in the back.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a pistol, DB13. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage as you unload into this guy running away. Yeah, you can explain how you killed this guy trying to run.
3-5, so it's a whatever the fuck. But yeah, I mean, it's like a cannon. He pulls out a literal hand cannon, and the thing punches. I mean, he doesn't have a chest left. Like, he aims for between the shoulder blades as the guy's running away, and the exit wound just the chest just from the other side.
Right.
And Jack rubs his cheek. Fucking useless.
As that's happening, Calamity, the UH-9 that you've been flying in, partially on fire. They land. The second UH-9 lands. These maelstroms start piling off of these vehicles. You have the AVs. If you guys want to land, are you guys going to try and do a landing to drop people off?
Yep.
T-Bar?
And,
hold on, T-Bar. Are you going to land to drop people off?
I'm still a little confused. I thought we were dropping this bomb and leaving. What are we doing? Like, I know I heard Jack mention he wants to shoot this guy face to face, but I didn't think we were going for like a full-on invasion.
I didn't
For
either.
right now,
you guys loaded up
I will
70 people to bring in with you, so...
I thought we were dropping a bomb and I will let them out. But I'm gonna ask Jack while we're face to face, since he's my co-pilot. I guess I'm still fairly close to him. But to say, what is the point here? We're through. Let's drop this bomb and leave.
We need to make sure whoever started this whole thing is actually here. Otherwise, this was pointless.
What if Medicorp is not one person? I mean, I still think they're AIs. I don't know, but
someone gave the order. We don't know if we're safe. We just need to know they're here. Then the bomb can do the work.
I just nod my head and I'll let the maelstrom out, but I'm gonna stay at the AV and hopefully I want to drop this bomb, so I'm gonna be here and I'll tell them to hurry up.
All right. So yeah, the maelstroms start hopping out, and now Calamity, do you send out the maelstrom from the UH9s?
I do, and I'm also saying over my internal comms, system wide or like comms wide to the Militech teams, exactly what I put in the chat. Insertion teams go, comp secure, embedded Militech teams on ground, showtime. Code word Horizon, execute.
Right, and with that, they drop off the other maelstrom, and the maelstrom themselves start fucking opening fire into these crowds. They start shooting and letting off rounds right and left into people who are not even military dressed. These are mostly corpos, assistants. They just start unloading. What are the rest of you doing?
So, how far above us, if we're on sea level, how far up is this platform?
It's not very far up. This is an artificial island, so you can literally bring this thing up. It's got its own little dry docks and everything, 'cause it's designed to be a port, literally.
Okay, then as I'm approaching, I'm gonna turn to the two backups and Remy, and I'm gonna say, so do we want to get out, or do we want to make sure that no boats get out?
Well, I mean, you came all this way, might as well have some fun.
Right. So I'll pull up and I'll let you out, and I guess me and the boys will stay here to make sure that if anybody runs for any of the boats, we stop them from getting away.
Remy hops out and just fires a grenade at the closest group of whoever.
All right. So you start opening fire at dock workers. Unloading at these people. A lot of them, like, pretty chromed up. Remember, Medicore, a lot of these people are, their employees, direct employees, or ex-military, but you start opening up at them.
And I'll tell the co-ops, the cops to do that too. The backup.
Right.
This is a incendiary grenade.
Okay, go ahead and roll your shot. Your distance is going to be, because you're pretty close to them, you're only going to be about 15 yards out. So DB 15.
Alright, I'll grab a +2.
Okay. This one as well comes from Vampire. You land in a round. Go ahead and roll your damage as you shoot off this incendiary grenade at these dock workers who are like, oh, what the fuck, trying to arm themselves. And you set them on fire. And there is a critical injury in our reward queue. Do you want to take that as well?
Yeah, why not?
Alright, you take off some legs as this thing goes off and burns them there at the dock.
And
Quote,
Domino
unquote,
realizes. I was gonna say, once he lets Remy out, Domino is like, "Oh yeah, I put a ram bar on this thing. Let's go!" and starts just ramming through all the boats that are docked.
Alright, roll me 66.
Okay.
Alright, 20. Yeah, you start damaging a lot of these boats, smashing into the sides. Most of these are like shipping boats, shipping boats. So 20 isn't going to take them down, but you start damaging some of them, scraping off paint and busting up the hulls a little bit as you plow into the this dry dock area as you pull up. And a couple of the folks that have come off the maelstrom, they're there with Jack as Jack was screaming like, "Oh, we got to figure out if these fuckers are here." And they're like, all right, let's head in city. There's a headquarters building over there. Let's go. And they start running over towards that direction. Jack, are you going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go with, yeah.
Calamity, you are the one that executed this command. Are you going to follow in with them as well?
Yes, but I'm gonna make sure. Where's the neutron bomb located?
The neutron bomb.
Who's carrying it?
A lot of you put it onto the Puff the Magic Dragon, so he's waiting to drop the payload.
Oh, I thought it was on mine because I was EMP shielded.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's on T-Bars. I thought you guys said Puffs. So, yeah, okay, it's on T-Bars.
Did T-Bar's AV touchdown?
Yeah.
Okay. So I send a detachment to offload the neutron bomb and kind of place it on the platform and set guard to protect that, and also to set it up so it can be deployed, or so it can be we can detonate it when we need it.
All right.
And the embedded Militech troops, the ones that you said that came out when we touched down onto the platforms, did they fall in with my team?
Yes.
Okay. So I follow Jack.
They're the ones that went with Jack. They're the ones that were leading Sing
Right.
at this way.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah, Jack, you and Calamity are now with a contingent of Maelstrom and Militech guards heading further into the city as Puff continues raining down fire from his autocannons. You all can hear these explosions going on in the distance as he continues blasting in damage. Give me 1 second. As another piece of this rig explodes and starts falling into the ocean itself, you can see what looked like an Arasaka building just go as it starts collapsing into the ocean itself. And yeah, after a couple of moments, or not a couple of moments, after a couple of minutes, a lot of you run in and you find what looks to be this Medicore HQ itself, this larger building. And on the outside, you find something very, very odd about the screens themselves. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Calamity, you definitely notice. As the word is kind of flickering and flashing, it stays on for a moment. Vampire bites. This is where your AU comes in. What's the expression that they always put onto the bases?
I don't remember.
Started with an O. It wasn't to obey, it always said what?
Yep, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No,
Raven, do you remember?
little mind blank.
Your mic's
What are you
off.
talking about?
From the AU that Vampire had.
With the robot overlords.
Oh. I don't recall either. I'm sorry.
Is it Oive?
Not Oive.
No, it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Vampire, I'll let you scratch your brain for a moment as you try to recall this information. You can let us know what flashes up on those screens as this is flashing in. Because I wrote it down and I can't find it in my GM notes right now. I'm balancing like 20 different documents at the moment, and it's been lost into the annals. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you see these. You see this expression kind of flashing up on the screens. It wasn't order. It wasn't obey. It was something along those lines, though. I don't
No,
recall.
I don't think it started with an O.
Okay, if it didn't start with an O, I don't remember, but I've written it down and I can't find it in my document anymore. This is what happens when you have too many GM notes, folks. My document is 45 pages long, and I have 7 different documents open right now.
It runneth over.
It runneth over. Well, that's what happens when you run a campaign for a year, and you're trying to include stuff from 8 other campaigns. So yeah. So yeah, this is what you see as you guys get up to the building. And the building itself seems to be pretty large, pretty tall. The Militech guys say, "This is the headquarters. This is where the signals come in."
Looks like as good a place as any. With me.
Absolutely, let's get this. Absolutely, let's get them. Let's get this done.
And then head in to the building, I guess.
Right. So you head on into the building, and you start going in through the front, and you get to what looks to be this this large set of elevators that brings people pretty high up in the air. The building itself is about 50 stories tall. It is massive. And you get up towards the top, and as you get up into the top, what you see up there is more so the fact that there isn't any conference rooms. It looks like a very large set of like computer stations, large forms of like docking stations, computer stations, networks. Seems to be like an automated area.
The hell is this?
I'll look for like a master terminal of some kind, something that looks more important than the rest.
Yeah, so you start looking around for some kind of master terminal. What you find is that as you're looking around, there are a couple of them that seem to be getting a lot of data intake, a lot of this stuff coming into the actual system itself. What are you gonna do?
And Jack kind of, he's got like the Malorian in one hand and he has a heavy SMG in the other, and he just kind of like, just out of frustration, kind of slams the SMG into the one of the monitors and takes a step back.
Alright, so you slam into there, the screen itself seems to flicker, but the computer is still running.
To some of my Militech personnel, if anyone, whatever higher ranking one is, Captain, I want you guys to start. I want you to pull hard drives and start freaking taking down these systems. We're gonna be out of here in about 10.
Right. So as you give them those instructions, they start bringing the stuff in. They said, "All right, 10 minutes. We gotta move. People start bringing in what looks to be more than just this the neutron bomb itself. It also seems to be a mixture of things like C4 and plastic explosive that they've brought into this area.
Great. I want those hard drives secured.
And with that, you've got a couple of people who are jumping onto the computers. Domino, what are you doing? You've driven up onto this platform. You can see that the Maelstrom seem to be working alongside several of the Militech that are there, and they're opening fire into crowds and buildings within this island. It's turning into quite a massacre.
I'm going to continue trying to destroy escape boats.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another 66, please.
And I tell the backup to open up. Like, what are they doing? Come on, help. They got anybody that looks like they're trying to get away. Another 20.
All right. Yeah, you start smashing into the side of a lot of these, and the actual couple of the boats start to slowly sink into the ocean, or this dock, this semi-dry dock, as you just bam, 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 forcing them down underwater. The two cops that are in there are also opening fire as well at people who are on the boats themselves. And Remy, you've been shooting as well. Are you firing with the machine guns? Or are you using your weapon?
Yeah, because I'm out of the vehicle. So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just still using the grenade launcher.
Okay. Go ahead and roll one more time for me.
I'll grab another +2.
Okay, another +2 from chat. This one comes from Vampire. Right. Yeah. So you're able to open fire. Holy shit! Into one of these buildings, and literally as it opens up this whole ground floor, and the building starts to collapse in as you level it with this grenade launcher. As T-Bar, you're inside your vehicle. You've got do you still have the bomb with you?
That's
That was
I'm not
unloaded,
100%
right?
sure because Calamity said that they
Unloaded it?
sent people to take it.
They got it.
Yeah, okay, so they took it. Okay, so T-Bar, what are you doing now?
I mean, at this point, it looks like we've accomplished what we wanted to do, as far as I could tell. I'm not gonna get out and just randomly shoot people. I guess that's not really T-Bar's thing, but I'll just probably crack open a smash and wait for them to come back.
Alright, that sounds like T-Bar's thing, yeah. So you crack open a smash and you start drinking as you hear explosions, fucking gunfire, you see parts of the island sinking into the
I'll go
distance.
grab a launcher and sit on the AV with the guy rocking on top.
Oh yeah, with Rob up on top, sorry, Mulligan up on top, smashing out his lyrics. Hold on 1 second, let me pull that back up. 1 second. I forgot to add that into my sound set real quick. So that was under
T-Bar's
our
downing.
nightclub. Let's add this.
T-Bar's downing brewskis and firing off rockets.
Pretty much.
And laughing after each shot.
Copy this in. There we go. So let's merge these two together and get both going. As he's smashing out these this rock song in the background, the rest of you are causing mayhem and havoc, wrecking out the island itself. Let's do that. Okay, there we go, and boom. Nope. There we go. And our music here is mosh pit music. There we go. So he's rocking out as all this is going on. T-Bar's chilling out with Skelly, drinking a smash. And what you see as the hard drives are being removed upstairs, Jack and Calamity, the two of you can see what seems to be flashing up on what should be windows. They seem to be monitors and projectors. It says, join the commune. You see this popping up on there over and over and over again. Don't resist, join the commune. Don't resist, join the commune. Don't resist, join the commune.
What the hell
Yeah,
is this?
just-
I'm feeling cheated.
As you're pulling all of this stuff out of the hard drives, the machines themselves are starting to flash.
Yeah, Jack will just respond by auto-firing his SMG across all of the monitors. Frustration.
All right, you start firing open fire. The message continues flashing until it finally flickers out, and you see what looks to be a singular face that's on one of these remaining displays, and they're just staring over at you. And what looks to be almost an exact duplicate of Calamity. Staring.
There's the Wizard of Oz. You want to take a step out here?
You hear the following response come from this this image on the monitor, and it says, "Why are you wrecking all of my work?"
Discussion about it.
You want a discussion? This isn't a discussion. This is a massacre.
Are you hiding? Come out.
Hiding? Sweetheart, I don't think so. Look up.
No.
What you can see from this the actual room itself, because you're up on the top floor, it is glass ceiling. Both of you, please give me a perception check. Jack, you're not able to really tell what's going on, but Calamity, you can see what looks to be something approaching very quickly and growing very quickly from the sky above you. She said, "There is no discussion. There is no hiding. I'm here, waiting for you, if you can make it." And the monitor turns off.
Anyone there?
What's up?
Yeah, I can't react. I'm not. I failed the roll, so you've got to.
Is there any way up there?
Well, up there is in the sky itself. You can see something that is rapidly descending from the sky.
So I just bring my death ray up to Bear and start targeting on their way down.
Try that again.
So I'm training my weapon on them right now, as waiting for them to touch down. You said they're coming down, right?
Not they, it.
Not they, it.
It,
We're
Not them.
Destroyed that Mojo wanted it. Except Mojo didn't order the strike because Mojo what? Your AI counterpart up on the moon just dropped a rock on us.
oh, okay. Let me retract that then. Yeah, let me retract that then. All teams evacuate. Time the Delta. All Militech teams RTB. Return to base.
Calamity, what's going on?
We got an incoming freaking projectile coming our way. We need to be gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my team set the neutron bomb to detonate also. I'm gonna have them give you the remote.
Alright. Yeah, and we'll get the fuck out of there then. Follow Calamity's lead.
do you guys communicate this to anybody else in your team? Because the rest of them are wreaking havoc or having a beer.
Yes, I'm
on the way
broadcasting
down.
that
Yeah. On the way
comms
down.
wide and
we'll
also
bring
to the agent.
Yeah.
We need to leave, gentlemen.
Remy looks over at the bus just come out.
The bus is stopped and the turret is open. Get the fuck in!
Oh, Remy, I also have some hard drives you can look at later.
Sure thing. We make it. Let's go.
And as soon as Remy's in, I am driving away from this and waiting for somebody to explain why.
Max speed.
Well, yeah.
I will assume that I heard this.
Yes.
We send messages to everyone. Everyone knows.
Okay.
T-Bar, be ready to dust off as soon as you as everyone's out and loaded.
He thinks she said dust up, so he's going to do some more another bag of
Synth code.
bag.
Dust up.
As I'm driving away from the platform, I look over my shoulder to both Remy and the two cops, and I'm like, so do either of you want to take,
Mojo
or
as
so
well.
do any of you want to? Oh yeah, Mojo's in my.
Yeah, Mojo
Sorry,
never had to get out.
Sorry about that, Mojo. So, does anybody want to take bets on how far inland the tidal wave that we're going to be riding puts us? At least this vehicle is multi-platform, so we're not going to be high and dry. I want to see if I can drive it out.
Let's surf, baby.
Oh no, I'm going that way, but I mean, I'm just talking about, yeah. Bets?
You beat.
Could I try to harpoon the bus to take it up in
No.
the air?
You could.
Well, I mean, the water's dangerous, right?
Worst case, if I want to try to surf this tidal wave.
Go for it.
We're gonna surf.
Maybe you'll be in Amarillo by morning.
Stop getting in the car.
Do what?
I just figured I'd offer.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Again, if you see if it's looking bad, then definitely harpoon us and pull us out. But otherwise, let me ride this wave.
I mean, we've got the safety harnesses.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be fine. Why do you keep always bad mouthing? You've been alive with every drive I've been on. You're still here. Come on, have you died yet?
I've never drove in your car.
No, I know. I'm talking to Remy.
All right. So
You got
as
this, Remy.
as a lot of you run and get out of there, Jack, you see as you're coming out, you're at the tail end of this group of the Maelstrom and the Militech and Calamity. They're leading the charge. You see another one of these faces pop up on another one of the displays down in this ground floor, and it's a picture of you. And he looks straight down at you. He's like, "Why are you resisting? Just join us."
I'll find you. You can't hide anywhere.
There is no
Then
hiding.
Jack
Just join us.
Yeah, you might not like the result of that. And Jack will then split.
As you run out of the building, you can see that the building in the front is still flashing, but it seems to be built within the Metacore logo itself. The Metacore logo is flashing, and it flashes over to join Metacore, join, and it flashes between those two. As the two of you get the fuck out of there, get over to the UH-9s. People have started clambering on to these aircraft as well, and you get a signal incoming from Tracy, who is still firing on the platform itself. You can hear more of these explosions in the background, and Tracy says, "I got an incoming signature from above. I'm getting the hell out of here before I get hit. I will see you guys back at base." And you can hear just the engines of the plane start to dissipates slowly into the distance as he starts heading towards shore. And after just another minute, a lot of you take off from the side of this platform, and the neutron bomb itself, it detonates off. A massive explosion from the top of this very tall building seems to bathe the area in some kind of EM cloud, as all of the electronics on the entire platform seem to go dark, sizzle and go dark, and shortly thereafter, a large asteroid smashes in through the top of those floors, bringing down the remainder of the building. And we have a tidal wave coming on out. This is going to be our very last check for our game right now. Domino, go ahead and give me a Pilot C vehicle. It's going to be a DB30.
Take a +2 from chat.
And for our T-bar, please give me a Pilot Air Vehicle, DB30 from the Concussion Blast.
Can I throw all of my luck into some sort of roll to give him another +1 bonus?
I'll let that fly, sure. You're assisting somehow.
Remy too?
Could I do that as well?
Yes, sure. So you've
So
got
two
+2 from
+2s.
chat, and then plus 1 from each of them. And T-bar,
I'll use a +2 from chat.
okay, got
I
it.
have 2 luck left, I believe, so I will use that also.
Oh fuck. I got a 19.
Oh, jeez.
And so, Domino, 19, T-bar, go ahead and give me your last piloting roll. Do a +2. 31. T-bar, you're able to get away from this EM blast, and you're able to maneuver your way through the air. The UH-9s are managing the same, but as a lot of you look down, you can see as this amphibious vehicle tries maximizing its speed, and then a massive wave flips it over, and it seems to go straight into the water. And folks, this is where we're going to be ending our stream. This is our finale as a neutron bomb goes off, an asteroid hits Metacor HQ. We have a massive amount of destruction, a huge tidal wave coming out, and our players themselves having to struggle just to make it out alive. Now, I'm going to stop our Sirenscape music. I'm going to have our players do their outros. Do not worry about the epilogues. We're going to be posting those at a later date. I'm going to have all of you start up your outros. I will be right back. So go ahead and jump on that, and I will be with you all in 1 second.
Okay,
Why don't you start? You gotta take off.
What?
I was saying Chuggy should start since he's
Yeah.
gotta take off.
Yes, I'm Chuggy. I'm late for work, and I play T-Bar the Nomad. I think I'm at least one of the for sure ones alive. Good night, everyone.
Hi,
I-
Chuggy.
Jack.
All right. I am Domino, your currently submerged nomad who is confident that T-Bar is not going to let the APC or the AV go under, and he's going to pull us out with that harpoon, maybe. And you can find me every Friday in the Wasteland as Murphy, and this has been an absolute blast. Love you all, and yeah.
I'm Vampire Bites. Mojo is currently wrestling with his safety harness to swim to shore, I guess. See what happens there in the epilogue, I guess. It's been a pleasure being with this crew every week or most weeks, and I am happy to finally have, in my 40 years of gaming, have an actual campaign that came to an actual end in the story. So this has been such a wonderful experience for me. And I hope to see you all around the internet sometime soon.
And I am John. I've had the honor of playing Remy Johnson for this campaign. It has been quite a wild ride. You can find me over on the Discord as Johnny Drop, and you can find me here for Fridays for Fallout Asia playing Minsky, the little nurse handybot. And I also have a SoundCloud at Arkson if you'd like to check that out.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I've had the pleasure for the past year and for tonight playing Calamity, your solo nomad and tech. You can find me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. You can see me here Fridays for Fallout Asia. Starting up soon with GM Rob Mulligan on a new show, and this time Saturdays, and pretty soon I'll be captaining the High Riders. They're coming. Thank you.
Yeah, Mark, Captain Mark 87 on the Discord, and for this campaign, I've had the absolute pleasure of playing your favourite rocker boy's favourite rocker boy, Devilish Jack Holmes, a man who apparently has unfinished business. So maybe we'll return to it someday. I hope we do get the opportunity to. For the immediate future, you can find me Sundays over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory. Beginning tomorrow, we'll resume our regular D&D campaign. And on that very same channel, beginning next Saturday, I shall be running Delta Green, Impossible Landscapes. I'll be running that game with 4 players, and I'm going to gaslight them for 6 months, and it was glorious. So come check that out.
Right. Well, thank you, folks. I know Chuggy had to disappear. He's got a work that starts right now. I was trying to finish this up as quickly as I could before then, so we wouldn't be late to clock in. So that my apologies, Chuggy, if you're watching or listening or you're seeing the VOD, that's my bad. I've had an absolute blast doing this campaign, using the vehicles of Red, the medicine in the time of Red. We had our weather systems brought in, we had NPCs, we used generators, we used a bunch of different supplements. We had the Neon Red catalog. It's been a blast, just experimenting, having fun, doing the craziest possible shit and dropping nukes on my players at every possible turn I could, with any excuse that I could have to do so. I hope all of you who have been following us for the last year have also enjoyed yourselves. I know some of the days and some of the games have been a little slow and a little boring, but we've been trying to give a full perspective of everything that goes on at the table, behind the scenes and the scenes themselves. And I really, really appreciate all of my players as well as all of our fans out there for coming in, playing and watching, participating, giving so much awesome feedback. And I'm going to greatly miss this campaign. This sucks, but it is what it is. The campaigns do got to come to an end, and as Vampire mentioned, in their entire length of playing games, it's not always very common to finally get to an end point, but we got to an end point. I'm glad to have that. I've been the GM Capricious Nature for your past year here for Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. You can catch me over on our Friday Fallout games, which will be eventually switching over to this-ish time slot after summer is over. So we're going to have a shift of days because my job that I'm working at is pretty crazy for my weekends. So I can't be doing 2 streams every single weekend, so sorry folks. That being said, check out our supplement, CybernationUncensored.com. Check out the wonderful music that was provided to us today from Outworld Sounds, Base Ape Records. Please go download Sirenscape, because oh my god, it is so helpful getting the noises and sounds for that background badass final battle. And thank you everybody, my players included, for being here. I will see all of you next week for Fallout. And this is our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad officially signing off. Bye, everybody.
Cybernation Uncensored.